Hello and welcome everyone to tonight's episode of the Relics of Old. Last week, the group continued on their journey through the second half of the Grung dungeon. Coming across a group of spiders, we were interrupted due to an internet outage, which ultimately saved the group from an untimely demise. They were able to quickly regroup and dispatch of both spiders very quickly. Discovering a small hidden alcove, well, not really hidden, not really small. They discovered a couple of new items, or discovered a small stash of items. One of them being the Tool of Need, which is a small little device or kit that allows the user, or the wielder of it, to summon any tool that is non-magical, within reason, but it allows them to summon any tool at a bonus actions command for mechanics purposes. Continuing on, they come to a really rickety wooden door that separates this tunnel to the remainder of the dungeon. Petunia, through the clever use of Sequoia yet again, is able to divert and convince several of the Sahuagins to aid her. Even if she didn't really try, they were pretty forthcoming of information, because it's not every day you meet a goddess. Completing that portion of the dungeon, they come across the entity, if you will, that oversees this lake. A sea hag named Greasy Gretchen. Through a bit of social work, they eventually come to terms with this hag to provide her with more of this dull gray stone. We don't know what it means. Maybe we'll find out. Part of this deal was to teleport the group out of this dungeon and their surviving villagers back to safety, which is where we find ourselves now, on the very edge of the marshy banks of the lake that they had just recently crossed. Again, the four of you find yourself surrounded by the 6 villagers, Tom the barber, Richard the baker, and Harry the bookstore assistant, as well as the 3 that you have named, Adonim, Lily, and Emil. It's about mid-afternoon. What would you like to do?
You know, this place looks rather familiar.
Don't touch the slime with your hands, please.
Yeah, we shouldn't probably do that though.
Nope, don't do that. Maybe everyone hold hands so it's less tempting.
I don't think you have to worry about me touching this. There's no worries.
No,
You humans and the other villagers, please don't touch the slime. That's what caused this issue to begin with.
Oh no, that's not going to be an issue. Don't worry about it. We'll keep our hands to ourselves.
Awesome.
Where are we?
Just a little bit to the east?
What was the name of the town?
Of Iryna's Rest, is that right?
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
I believe this lake has a name, however, it escapes me at the moment.
Oh no, I might have written it down.
Same.
My notes got really messed up at one point.
Do you mean Spielberg?
Yes, we're going back to Spielberg.
Yeah, we're going to that town, yeah.
Oh, good.
Where did you think we were going to take you?
I just had this weird thought that maybe you guys were going to, like, enslave us or something, and, you know, we'd be stuck with you forever. Just the weirdest thought. I don't understand.
We saved you from that fate to do the very thing to you. Yep.
I knew it.
We're so nice.
No, you are very, very nice. Just, I'm not used to that.
Who's talking to us? Which one?
Great question. That would be, I believe, Richard the baker, And I will apologize to anybody at home on how awful and off these accents are going to be for each of these characters, but it's been quite some time since I've had to talk in their voice. And I'm not a professional voice actor, so you're going to have to deal with it.
I found my page of names. Ah.
Yeah, so this would be the dwarf Richard the Baker.
Okay. Well, we definitely need to get you guys back there because that's where people are who can probably help more than us.
I suppose.
Plus,
it's only a couple
one of our
hours
missions was to
away.
take out that camp of Grung, and we'll get paid for that.
Did we, though? I mean, did we clear that contract? I mean, she's still alive down there. She just popped us out here.
The contract wasn't for her. It was for the Grung.
Well, one leads to
Also-
the other, doesn't it? I mean, she was enslaving them. What's to stop her from finding more?
Well, didn't she say she'd stop for a little while because we're supposed to help her?
Yeah, we're supposed to go travel and help her.
She wants more of these little stones as I take out that vibrating gray stone.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, old age.
Well,
Yeah, we had to go find those stones, and then she would.
she'd leave
Yeah,
this area
please.
if we found a different place for her to go to.
Yeah.
So I say we
Oh.
find an area. If there has people near it, we just try to get them out of there by any means. Well, not any means. Out of peaceful means necessary. And then she's got nobody to harm. And she gets those
What?
stones.
Wasn't there still one down there sitting on a chair?
But we got all the
I
people.
mean, do we need to go back? Just for one dude?
What dude are you talking about?
The-
There was
the
no
one that-
red one that passed that we passed. There was no red one that moved us forward.
If you could
Or
see me
that there
wink,
was-
I'd be winking right now.
I just swore there was one like that was sitting on a chair or something that like just held up a hand and said ribbit, and we walked down the hallway.
No, you're correct. They're just being very subtle and telling you that no, it didn't exist.
Oh, my insight.
Insight failed miserably there.
IRL insight check fail.
Ooh, okay. No. Oh, yes. And he taps his nose. That was a 22 on insight.
I know, I was gonna say that
No,
was
he knows
22.
that.
I was like, wow, that's a good roll.
Right. Well then, do we escort these? Are they all male or is there?
There's
any
some
females?
females.
There's some female, yeah.
I wrote down a
Okay.
couple of female names.
So the three that you had names prior to you giving them to them were all male. There was one female.
Petunia named her.
Correct. Petunia named her Lily.
Lily, yes. I named two of the males with drow names.
Mm-hmm.
I did not write down what their names mean, and
So
Relax.
do we?
I'm sure it won't come up.
Do we escort them back to town, or do we just escort them to the edge of the forest? Because we still have stuff to do around here, but I don't. Taking a look up and down, does any of them look like they could hold themselves in a battle at all?
Honestly, looking them over, you can tell that several of them have been in this camp for a very long time.
some of them weren't
Specifically
they
the three that have no names.
basically children when they were taken?
Not quite, but effectively. I mean, they were right on that cusp of adulthood. That we're not going to get into any weird child labor issues, just in case we get shut down for that. And that's why the Grung encampment ultimately needed to end. No, they were all basically just into adulthood and were kidnapped right around that time. So they were very strong, able-bodied people at that time.
I
Now-
mean, they might.
They've packed on some muscle, but their diet wasn't great. They might be able to last one encounter, and some of them would die, but you don't think they would make it if they found anything else along the way.
I mean, the baker's shredded, but
think that's just it.
I think we should probably walk them back to town. Fink, Petunia, what do you think?
I think that's probably the best idea.
I think that
Get
this
our reward somehow.
right.
Well,
That
back
works
to
for me.
Spielberg then.
Yes.
All right, everyone, we're headed back to Spielberg.
We'll find.
Follow the tall Furbolg.
But she's not much taller than me.
I mean, yeah.
In case you're wondering,
Got
this
a
was
point.
Tom, the barber.
Yeah, I'm not very tall.
But whatever, just
Point taken. Don't worry. I mean, and with that, you begin your trek back towards town. Who is going to be leading as you do this?
Me.
Perfect. Why don't you give me a survival check?
Oh boy. I volunteered. Whoa.
For the fun of it, Fink, could you also roll me a d20?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm gonna
Just
use
a random die
luck.
roll, not actually related to your character. Just roll me a d20.
A 6.
A
I'm
6.
gonna use-
Perfect.
Luck, 'cause I rolled 7. See what I get. I'll drop that one. Ooh, yeah, no, that was a 1. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Memory serves, and since I'm not fully keeping track, I think you have 1 use of luck left for the rest. Correct. I think you get it back on a long rest. So I
I
think you used
do.
1 down in the Hags section of the cave.
I did, and I do have 1 left, but
Okay.
do I
I mean,
use
a
it?
natural one is always a pretty good that time.
She can still choose between the 2 dice. She's not stuck with the second roll.
I'm gonna go with the second dice and not use my other luck. That was a 7.
7 total.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yes.
All right, so you take a moment, you look up. Yeah, okay, that's the sun. I think we're heading the right direction. And then you take off towards the left and continue walking for a bit. And it is not long, maybe an hour or so into this, and you find yourself on the other side of a very large lake. Nowhere near as large as the one that you just seen. This water is very nice looking, very crystal, very clear. But you notice something weird moving on the other side of this lake. It's about 8 feet tall or so, with a massive wooden club. You kind of recognize this from one that you also saw down in the mining camps. There appears to be an ogre on the other side of that lake.
Fun.
Inyara,
Yeah.
oddly enough, you notice past this ogre, there seems to be a cave entrance, but it's a fair bit back.
Don't think we went the right way, Petunia.
Oh. Well, the sun was up.
Okay, did you position yourself according to the sun, or did you just go sun's up and start walking?
Something very similar to that. I looked up and I turned, and then I went straight. Hey, we're not in peril yet.
You hear a voice bellow across from the water. Ugash Rabut! And thunk, thunk.
I think we
Thunk.
should run.
We usher everybody the way we just came.
Guys, which way do we go?
Scatter.
No.
I thought you knew.
Is that what we're doing? Is trying to usher people back?
Yeah,
Why?
let's run.
Just for the fun of it here. Why doesn't everyone roll me a wisdom saving throw to see if
Okay.
you can collect your wits in this time of great need?
Okay. 18.
Ooh,
18.
10 less. 8.
8. All right.
15.
15. That's pretty good. Iso?
I don't want to say.
I would say I saw it on D20 or on D&D Beyond.
Nice.
Natural 1 for a total of 5.
Oh, I just saw the
Perfect.
total. I didn't see it was a nat 1.
Perfect. Fink and Iniara, I mean, you guys have heard many tales in the Underdark of creatures much worse than this.
Probably.
I mean, it's a little frightening now in the middle of the day and things like that, but I mean, it's not much to make of it. Meanwhile, Petunia and Iso kind of are like running around the group, kind of panic screaming a little bit, and then kind of collide.
Yeah, that
Into
sounds about
just a
right.
heap
That
of
sounds about
portal rope bags and flailing Petunia. Like clovers go everywhere.
Oh my god, is he turtling?
Is he turtling? Can he get up?
Oh my god! Someone flip me over!
It's okay. It's okay. I'll help you. I'll help
No,
you.
not you! Not you!
No, but you're fine. Everything's fine.
I need to
People come
help
flipping
her.
over.
And again, thunk, thunk, thunk. This thing's probably made it about a quarter of the way to you guys.
Well, let me see what I got.
What do we do?
Spells.
How far away is a quarter closer towards us?
You would probably estimate he's about 250 feet away. He's
Oh.
still a good ways on the other side of this little pond, more than a lake, if anything.
Don't wreck that.
Why doesn't everyone who is not panicking at the moment roll me a perception check?
It's daytime, right?
It's daytime, yes.
Damn it. What?
And
I'm
this is a fairly nice lit clearing as well. So I mean, vision is
All right, so I rolled natural 1 and an
Ooh.
8 because I'm at disadvantage during the day. How does that work
Yep.
for this? So I still take my minimum?
You'd still take your minimum.
13.
Yeah. I'll be generous on this case and not make natural 1s on a perception check hurt you. Because again, you've got your minimum perception. So.
As rules
11.
is written.
11. Okay. I would say both of you notice, because you're kind of more aware of the situation than the other two party members right now. You do notice like gross green pustules all over the skin of this ogre's body.
Yep, just gonna... Let's go that way, the way we came, and we'll figure this out once we get away.
Did we understand what he had shouted out?
Yeah.
towards us?
Does anybody speak giant?
Oh, okay.
Petunia does. Right? Beerbulg's a little giant?
I do speak giant. Yes. So I would understand that.
Okay. So, what you understood and what sent you into a panic, he said, intruders, rend and tear them.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely would send me into a panic.
And then started walking your direction.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely panicked.
Yeah, we've got people to protect. Do we? Take care of this some other
He's sort
time.
of an empath. He just fed off that terror in Petunia.
Yeah.
I would like to flip Issa over.
Okay.
Can I
Easy enough,
do
you're able to kind of like roll him a bit, and he's able to get back up on his feet.
guess a
Stand
10
creakily.
a survival check to get us out and
Sure.
back the other way?
You can certainly try.
Okay. 15.
15.
I rolled well because I have only a +1.
What direction do you plan on going?
One, the way we came a little bit, but to try and get us back on track, but we need to get away from here first.
Okay.
Our
Sure.
biggest priority right now is to get the humans, or whoever we all have from the village, away from the guy that's gonna just one-shot all of them.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I think that guy's club's gonna
Definitely.
one-shot me, and then, so...
So with that, you're able to get Iso back on his feet and Petunia unwrapped from his ropes very quickly with that survival check. Fink and you are able to usher everyone, and you start taking off back, more or less, the direction you came. I would say maybe 20 minutes goes by as you're kind of like tromping through the woods, and you notice that it begins to open up. You all feel a sense of overwhelming calm.
Are we at Iryna's rest?
There is a very large, colorful tree in this clearing, covered and surrounded by mossy, colorful surfacing. That's a very eloquent way of saying that. There are flowers all about this clearing. Fruit seems to kind of glow and pop in and out of various different shapes and sizes of fruit. And you feel yourself drawn towards the center.
We're not charmed or anything by magical means, are we?
You feel very compelled to do it.
You know, Inyara, I don't think this was the right way either. However, I have to say, much better than an ogre.
I...
Is it?
Does anyone remember what Iryna's rest was supposed to be like? I kind of feel like we might have... Happy accident went the wrong way, came back to the way we were gonna go. It's late.
Poor people.
Iryna's rest clearing with a tree and flowers. This is Iryna's rest. Hey you, Dick! Richard! Richard!
Oh, I thought you were talking to me for a moment.
Yes.
Is this Iryna's rest? You seem the most coherent out of all of these people.
I mean, I've never been to it.
Does this sound look like how Iryna's rest sounds?
Maybe. I mean, there's always been tales of this place, but I don't remember anybody seeing it or coming back from it.
Because the
she was a
Grung
very
encampment's
peaceful
on the
person.
way.
She only sought to protect Spielberg.
Right. Well, I think we're safer here for sure.
I mean, if it helps, the legend said she turned into a tree upon her death.
Well, screw it. I'm gonna, what's the words that I want for that?
And I should say,
Let
just to
the feeling
clarify,
of being pulled towards the tree happen.
this tree is roughly 10 feet wide. So this is utterly massive.
As I recall, we're about 12 miles north of town now.
Give or take.
And that
Yeah.
if we stray from the path, there's this really clear pond that had a scary thing in it. And I think we found that clear pond with the scary thing.
Yeah, I think that was the Grung encampment, or was that those guys?
So I think that was that giant.
An ogre?
Ogre?
Is that an
I
ogre?
believe it was Julian that gave you that advice.
Ah, so this is, I think, Iryna's rest. What time of the
Okay.
day is it now?
You would say it is early evening. A couple hours have probably passed in total.
Can we make it back before? I don't know if we can.
I don't think we can go 12 miles.
Because they closed the gates and stuff and barely let us in last time.
Yeah, I think we might have to camp out and get back there tomorrow.
Well, I have some tents. I guess I cannot sleep in a tent so that they can be in a confined space that's slightly safer.
Probably a good idea.
I guess I can do
I
that.
have one blanket.
Well, do we want to... Excuse me. Do we want to sleep closer to the tree line or closer to the big tree?
I'm thinking closer to the big tree. I'm gonna go I don't know, I'm feeling drawn to it. I might give in to that feeling a little bit and go check it out.
All right.
Do we want to get them settled first and then all of us go check it out? Have them hold back?
You notice that after you had stopped talking to Dick, that the 6 villagers seem to have almost filtered in themselves and are now lying down on the moss and within the flowers.
All right.
They look snug.
I
So,
think they feel safe here, or magical sleepiness.
Well, I can't be magically charmed or put to sleep, so it's possible.
you can't be put to sleep. You have advantage on charms.
Oh, it's vantage on charm. That's right. I can't. Okay. I don't know. It's very
Key
hard
distinction.
to be charmed, and I know I can't be put to sleep through magical means. I don't know if I felt anything. Is anybody else? I mean, I feel
mean,
very
very
calm
pretty
and
tree.
peaceful here.
I mean, it's a very pretty tree. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a closer look.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as talking, probably just slowly move in as well.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we had a couple of things here anyways that we were supposed to do, so...
I'm trying to find it, and I can't find where I wrote it down.
There's supposed to be a scroll or something from the grave. There's flowers from Iryna's rest we're supposed to get as well.
I don't think he ever said grave.
But he did. Scroll from Iryna's rest.
That's,
sure.
That's distinctly different.
I did
Well,
write down more after we talked to him. I apparently did not write down more. I just said there's a scroll here somewhere. And I thought it was from her grave, which would be this tree. At the very least, I'm comfortable taking flowers. I don't know about taking a scroll. That seems like stealing. Stealing from the dead. That seems even worse.
There's supposed to be some little creatures we're supposed to meet too, and then like trade them something. Maybe that's how we're supposed to get the scroll, but I didn't write down where they're.
DM, have mercy and let us make rolls.
Yeah, no, I'll be merciful. The furlings are the ones that you need to trade for. They have an item perhaps of value. They are located to the west.
Oh, not this area then.
Do we know exactly which flowers? Do they all look the same, or are they all different? Or they? Because I don't remember her saying exactly which ones.
I don't think we talked
Right.
to her. I think we just have the thingy.
There's also that. You never talked with her.
She's
No,
out of town
the
the
bigger-
other way. She's right.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the west side, right?
Yeah,
And she's
was,
out of town on the east.
a couple miles east of the town. Everything
Where's the
gained
one of
was
these?
from the notice on the one, or like the quest board. But the 4 of you find yourselves slowly drawn towards this tree. And as you again approach, you see various fruits pop in and out from various shapes and sizes, from bananas to like a grouping of cherries to a bushel of grapes to oranges to apples to limes, and it just kind of flickers through a long series of fruits, seemingly never stopping. You do notice, as you approach as well, that on the ground in front of the tree is a little stone.
Does it say anything?
It does, in fact. And it is written in a language that I think only one of you can read.
Okay, who?
Petunia, you
Of
notice written on this in Druidic, which,
Oh, I don't speak Druidic.
but you can read Druidic.
Oh, but I can read anything. That's right.
You can read anything. Here lies Iryna. She sought to bring peace to Spielberg with all her heart. Her spirit protects this area from harm. All are welcome and may partake of the fruit of her sacrifice.
Okay.
Is this shared with us by chance or not yet?
Yes, I would have read this out loud. As very
Oh.
much what my reaction was reading. Realizing I could actually read it. I would have just been reading it out loud. Okay.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about food tonight and feeding all of them.
Are there any kiwis?
For a moment, you notice a couple, and then they pop over, and then it's a dragon fruit.
Oh,
Before long, it pops, and it's a lemon, and then
Oh.
a grape. And
Cool.
it just continuously cycles.
that's cool.
Can I grab for the banana? Because
Sure.
I recognize that.
Oh god, you're
you
gonna
wait
eat
a
it
few moments,
wrong.
And then you snatch and grab a banana. As soon as you plucked it off of the tree, it seems to take more of a solid form in your hand, but then pops, and you're holding an apple, and then it's like a tiny little grape in your hand, and then an apricot, and it just keeps changing even after plucked.
That's
I'll
weird.
wait for the banana again.
Sure.
And then quickly.
You wait another 10, 15 seconds, and then just bite on the banana. And even after taking a bite, you notice that now there's an apple with a bite taken out of it, and an orange bitten straight through the peel, and continues in that same fashion, but now missing a chunk. But
This is so weird.
consuming it, you feel very satiated.
That's
But I feel good.
You feel very good.
I feel full.
You feel very full. You do not feel any ill effects from this fruit.
these are all very exotic looking fruits.
I guess take your pick and have a bite.
Yeah, sure, I'll
The
do it.
weird part for you as you continue is that you started with banana, and as you chew, the flavor changes with it.
Interesting.
So weird.
I'll grab one
How-
off.
Does the
Expanded
texture
for-
change?
Yes.
Oh.
So like the flesh of the fruit changes as you're chewing.
Ugh.
That's what gets you? Nothing
I
else
mean-
to this point, but that's
She's
what
a very
gets you?
textual. Okay.
I just the thought of biting through the peel of an orange, I think, is what gets me.
Yeah, that would do it. Or the banana? Biting through the peel of the banana?
Yeah,
You
when you
guys
said
have
that
already
one, I was
done
like,
that. I don't know why
"Ooh."
it weirds you out now. Come on.
Yeah. Weird, but yes. While she's chewing and Petunia is flinching and like that's weird. I don't like that. I'm gonna just start looking for flowers on the ground and
Sure.
seeing what I can see.
They are plentiful.
Are they different?
Yeah. Could I
At first,
kind of
like at a distance, they seem like that there is a great variation within them until you get up close to them. And they all seem to be the exact same flower. It just kind of like rotates sunflower-esque to an extent towards the sun, but seems to almost mirror a different image as you look. It kind of sends like almost a ripple effect through the flowers, changing them as you look. But looking at one and like a small patch directly, and then shifting and looking at another patch, they are the same flower.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
I think we should pick them probably as we leave, so they're the freshest to get back.
Probably.
Knowing flowers and plants. And as I do that, I just kind of look back to the ground. Is there any other like plants that grow here, like clovers? Question mark.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh boy. Ooh, 16.
16. Second, can you roll me a D100?
Oh boy, I can. Hold on, let me go get my dice. I
Sure.
only have my 20s.
The most important one.
Right. How do the flowers smell?
Very potent.
Good or bad?
A very heavy floral scent. I guess stronger than a rose would be probably how I would put it.
First, I thought you were going to say, first it smells like a rose, then like an iris, then like a lily. It's like the tree, it keeps rotating.
Yep.
32 on my roll.
32. Okay. I would say as you kind of have that thought of like, oh, maybe. You kind of look over to your right and you think you spot one, and as you approach, it just seemed to be a trick of this flower bed itself. And it disappears.
This place is weird. I like the plants here, though. And I go back to the tree, and I try to do the same thing that Fink did, but I'm waiting for the kiwi. Well, I grab a fruit, and then I wait for the kiwi, and then I bite it.
Yep.
Try not chewing. Try not
Works
chewing
about
in
a
between.
second. Works for
Oh,
about a
just
second,
pause.
and then it transforms in your mouth.
Oh, this is weird. But I like it. It's like a fruit salad all in one.
Until it gets to the tomato.
Still good.
Looking back at the villagers, are they all still laying down in the ground where they were? Have they moved towards us?
Nope. They seem to have found a spot and have crashed.
Oh, they're
I
very
think they might
tired.
be a bit tired.
Well, it looks like they were working with only like a few hours of sleep.
Well, at least in the morning we'll have be able to inform them. Breakfast is on the tree.
That is true. I mean, I was gonna offer up my tent, but this works, I guess. I don't know. Do we? This seems like a safe
maybe
place.
Once in the hour, you should try roughing it. Just lay out your bedroll and sleep on the stars.
You get this almost horrified expression in return.
And Petunia just walks
I
over to
still have
where all
roof
the
on
other
my
ones are
face.
sleeping and lays with them.
I don't.
Takes a
Roughing
blanket
Oddly-
with some of them.
Just
Petunia, this flower bed sort of reminds you of home as you lay down in it.
I put my blanket on the villagers, whatever they fits over them, and this is normal. This is natural.
I'm not used to stars, Iso. I don't have stars at home. Unless we paint
Oh.
them.
Well, they're very pretty. Perhaps you should try.
I don't disagree, but I'm used to having something overhead. And then there's something overhead of overhead. And then lots of ground. There's some people who I'll agree there's probably slightly crazy. But they're afraid of leaving because they think they might fall into the sky.
Oh, pish posh.
We live underground. There's nothing to stop you from going. I mean, I only sort of understand, but really not because they're super uneducated, apparently, and slightly crazy. But
Makes sense to me.
I can always tie you to one of my ropes so that you don't fly away.
I am not one of these people that thinks that this will be an issue.
Oh, that's good.
I would like to set up alarm around it.
Sure. Definitely. Easy enough as you kind of unspool the silver thread all the way around your group and the villagers.
Well, maybe one of these days I'll be able to talk you into it, but I understand. Gnome state. And I'm gonna go over and grab my bedroll, lay it out, and tuck in.
Sure. Easy enough. And as you lay down as well, even though you're amongst a bunch of flowers, it almost changes the environment around you, and you feel as though you're back at home, sleeping next to your lake.
The snoring gets louder.
I think we're the only ones awake. Did anyone want to do watches?
Yep.
I mean, I only need 4 hours.
I'll take first watch here.
Right. Do we wake up the other two? They can't really see. How lit up is it?
As you kind of think about that, there seems to be fireflies that almost dance up just high enough out of reach, but provide a nice like bioluminescence to the area that you can see. You wouldn't call it darkness, you wouldn't call it lit, kind of an in-between.
Okay.
Dim light? You'd probably call it dim light. But same with the other two, Iniara. As you find yourself asleep, the light of these bugs almost seems to disappear for you. You're not used to sleeping. You do here.
Right, because that's trance.
Right. You don't trance. You sleep.
That's weird.
And darkness takes you. It's as though you're again in the Underdark. The area seems damper and colder than normal.
Okay.
Or what you expect of a flower bed. And the flowers themselves seem to almost give way and make rocks for you.
Well, I would have been used to. I'd imagine they'd have mattress or types or something like that. She'd have.
Probably, but oddly enough, you find it very comforting.
All right.
Think. Why don't you roll me a perception check as you take watch?
11.
11. All right. So as everyone else has kind of taken their time, made their own beds, you do your very best to stay vigilant, to stay upright, to be very watchful. A couple of minutes pass, and you somehow find yourself in a seated position. You don't know how you got there, but you're now amongst the flowers like everyone else. And a few more minutes pass, and you find that, hey, you're looking up at the stars now. And then you're out as well. And the heat of the fires of your homeland surround you as well as you find a very restful sleep. And with that, I think we will take a very brief break here so everyone can get their little littles to bed.
All right.
And the group at this time, time allowing for everyone here involved, will level up to level 3.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
We'll try to come back in about 10 minutes.
All right, sounds
Okay,
good.
we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. We just finished kind of with a harrowing run around the forest real quick before finding what everyone presumes to be Iryna's rest. A very florally accented area, which is very inviting, and so far hasn't let them leave. That sounded way more ominous than it should have, but here we are. Everyone awakens many hours later, never having been roused for your watch, never feeling like you were ever in danger. Iniara, as you kind of wake up and look about, you notice 2 new swirls of ink going across your body that you don't remember being there in the morning or the previous day.
That's different.
Very true, but
What does it
also seems to
say?
be what you were working on.
Yep.
As your new spells take hold.
Oh man, this is gonna be cool. And creepy.
one thing everyone else kind of notices, because you're all more or less laying in very close proximity. Fink's armor seems to hum ever so slightly. Just kind of at the edge of your hearing, you just...
Pink, are you humming?
I'm not.
I was missing some of his audio. I'm not sure if
was I cutting in and out?
he cut out for me at the very least.
I
Oh.
heard you.
I heard it all, but
Okay.
It
Probably
sounds
just me
like
then.
someone had a good night's rest.
Yeah, I did.
I slept. What's it like to sleep? I didn't know I could do that.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Feels weird.
As Iso wakes up, he gets up and he stretches, and it's odd. For the first time, you haven't heard any pops or clicks come from him as he stretches. And also on the back of his shell, you notice what seems to be a darker impression almost of what looks like a hearth fire.
I like it.
I slept wonderfully.
Okay, so something on the back of your shell.
What? There is? Where? And he'll just kind of begin turning, trying to look at his shell. Do you have a mirror? I can't see it.
I might actually have a mirror. I probably should have a mirror if I don't. No, but I have perfume.
But I'm useful.
Well,
I don't
what did
have a
it look
mirror.
like?
And then I will try to describe it.
Okay, proceed to describe it.
Can't remember. It looks like a hearth, or what was it? I missed.
A hearth, you say? Well, odd. I seem to remember having a dream about Boldre last night. Perhaps she has blessed me with her blessing.
It's around this time
Kind of
that you
neat that I
notice
got
the
more
other...
ink.
Sorry, what was
other
that?
six... No, sorry, I'm interrupting you guys. The other 6 villagers have now woken up. And sleeping next to them, you notice a very large feline with 6 limbs kind of curled up as best as it could in and around them.
I want to touch it. It looks like a
You-
kitty. I don't.
Also recognize this as the creature you saw down in the mines.
Anybody know
Whether
what
it's
this...
the same one, you don't know, but very similar creature.
I don't... We slowly wake up the villagers?
Cute kitty.
I mean, it
They're
looks
awake.
so fluffy.
And they do not seem alarmed to be sleeping next to it.
So, what is this creature? I've never seen anything like this before.
Do you guys know that thing?
Is it dangerous?
Well, I mean, we've all had like fairy tales as a child, and my parents always called it a panthar.
It looks
You never want to see one.
Well, it looks very comfortably curled up next to all of you, very much like your cat.
I feel like I should be very afraid right now, but I'm not.
Is it because we're here? Is it this place that's doing this?
Probably.
most likely.
Should we wake it up?
I want to push its squishy paws, but I won't.
I want to see the toe beans.
Right, the toe beans.
Petunia definitely would not be brave enough to go over to it and look at its toe beans, though.
No.
Nope.
You know,
Not it.
Weren't we supposed to like get claws from this thing for this Brunhilde that we never actually went and talked to? She wants the flowers too.
Maybe this
Yeah, I
thing
definitely
speaks
think-
common and we can ask it how we can get a claw without hurting it.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot. I feel pretty comfortable right now.
Either way, my mandatory morning bit, I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
All right.
Just
Good
something
good.
I do
had
every day.
ritual. I had alarm up. Wouldn't I have woken up when it entered? Because it wasn't there when we went to sleep.
Correct. Normally you would.
Okay.
Petunia's not too
Again,
worried about.
you never felt in danger. Even through the use of the spell, no danger was felt.
Alright.
Petunia wouldn't have even like blinked and been like, it's a wild animal and it's not fighting us, so we'll be good, right? And goes to pick some flowers for the lady.
Think so? Why don't you roll me an intelligence check?
I have a dagger. I can cut it.
I would like to gather flowers as well.
History if you're proficient.
I would gather the
am
villagers
professional.
and bring them over to
All
the
right.
tree to have breakfast.
Oh, the girls are collecting flowers.
Yeah, I have plans for said flowers. They're not for the quest.
Same.
A 7?
Yeah.
You know, you do vaguely recall an alarm bell going off during the night. You just kind of disregarded it.
Oh. I start mumbling to myself. That's kind of what I usually don't do. That's awesome. Oh well. I'll wake up the cat.
Gently?
All right. How do you
Yeah.
do it?
I mean, just kind of stoop down next to it,
Dang it.
kind of shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, easy enough. It does have, like, massive muscular arms that do end in, like, cat's paws. And as you kind of, like, examine this creature, it is a feline with 6 legs, effectively, but 2 of them look very arm-like. Kind of a long, sleek, kind of... Best way you could put it is if a centaur wasn't any human, wasn't any horse, and was just all cat.
Weird. But okay.
Very. So you kind of find a big shoulder and kind of rock on it a bit. The creature's eyes flare open and look, and like your eyes meet with it. Doesn't seem vicious. Doesn't seem like it wants to harm you at any point. Seems very calm right now. And it just slowly, unsteadily gets to its feet and begins to walk away.
Question. Can I get a
It
claw?
turns.
Just the little tippy thing.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice. All right. Well, you see it take as best it can without, opposable thumbs. It just kind of like claws a bit at itself, and before long, it does pop a claw out. Kind of rips one off, really more than anything, and you see it slowly walk over and hand it to you.
Cat whisperer.
Thank you.
And as you kind of, you would sort of expect like a weeping open wound, you notice that it kind of is healed over already.
I'll just point to the tree and be like, you can eat that fruit, by the way, if you're hungry. I kind of pluck one
It shrugs
down
and walks over to the tree and also grabs a piece of fruit and begins to munch on it.
Who knew you were so skilled with animals?
I had no idea Petunia is weird.
What about that?
Just put that claw in my bear scrotum pouch.
Nice. Nice.
All right. It kind of sits there munching on the fruit for a while before it does again turn and walk towards the forest to leave.
Thank you for the claw.
And as soon as it gets about to the point where you guys all felt very calm, it just bolts and is gone into the forest.
Oh,
I don't think anyone would win in a race against that.
probably not.
I don't know how to feel about that interaction.
I totally
But I got a
agree.
claw.
I think it
Ah.
went well.
And we did it diplomatically and didn't have to fight it. It was
Right?
I don't know about you, but it had more arms than us, so it could probably hit more times.
I'm glad we didn't have to find out.
Same.
Well, no, I have weird flashbacks from previous life. No.
Yeah. It turned out a little different.
I think it hits really hard if it hits.
Have you heard of orchestrosity before?
Oh, right.
First use of the campaign that time it was.
That is excitement, though.
It was very exciting.
Very. I enjoyed it.
Definitely. But
Well,
how... Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna be in character.
Oh, I was gonna ask how many flowers I could collect while she was doing that claw endeavor.
As many as you would like to have collected. Whatever you think would be a reasonable number. It wouldn't take very long to collect a lot of flowers.
So, like, are they Gerber daisy type grabbing like one stem, or are they regular daisies where it's like you cut the whole plant because they're in a bush? Or does it just keep changing and I hope for the best?
I feel like he didn't think
Well,
this one through.
They don't really change so much as it's just a general illusion. So it's not like the fruit. The flowers themselves are very static. It just, as you look out across them, it looks like they changed.
Right,
That's
but
kind
is
of
it
their own like wave of it?
one
But,
by one, or do they come in like a bushel? And one
by
stem?
one.
Okay, I would probably try to get like 30 flowers.
Okay, yeah, that would have been fairly easy to do.
Since I don't know how many she wants, and I know I want some, and I've got multiple pouches.
Yeah, collecting 30 during that time would have been no issue.
Perfect. I do that.
I'm gonna
And
go
I...
up. Sorry, when she's done.
Nope, you're good. I'm gonna separate them. I will mute myself for a second, so in case I talk to myself.
I'm gonna go up to the tree. I'm gonna grab a fruit.
Okay.
I'm
Sure.
gonna, as I'm grabbing it, it's just gonna, quietly whisper, I guess, to the tree. Want to see if this will change once we get out of the area. Like, I mean, no ill
You tell that
will.
to the tree.
Yes, I'm talking to the tree.
Okay.
I just want to see how far this effect goes, or if it's just in this area. Thank you for the fruit.
You feel a gentle breeze blow through and kind of disturb the branches a bit.
Also,
Just
there's
enough to kind of make them sway just ever so slightly.
somebody who wants a scroll. I am uncomfortable with this. I've got no one else to talk to other than I think this is really you? / your grave. Is it
Roll a
useful?
persuasion check.
Or is this going to be considered stealing because I am not stealing from the dead? Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 17 plus 2. 19.
19. Gotcha. The breeze that has blown through changes course, going the opposite direction of what it first did, blowing the tree and its branches gently back the other direction.
What do I make of that? Ominous, good, bad.
What do you make of that?
I don't know, was there a feeling I got with it other than just the wind changed?
Roll an insight check.
Okay, that can do. Hopefully. Got +3. Is there a passive insight? There is. I'll take that.
Technically.
I'll take
yeah.
my passive at 13.
13? It's a tree. It's kind of hard to read.
Yeah, but it changed when I asked.
It seems like it's, features are kind of set in bark.
Hey, I worship.
Well, think back to the first question and the first thing that you talked to it about.
Well, I asked if I could take one of the fruits with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked if I could, about the thing. I didn't say if I could take it. I said there's someone who would like us to have it, and would this be considered stealing? Because I am uncomfortable stealing from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know which one's a yes and which one's a no here.
Only one way to find out.
What was my religion again? It has to do with the dead.
Mm-hmm. The Undying Court, I believe.
Yes, the Undying Court. Does that help me here?
Are you asking me or are you asking yourself?
Yes, I'm asking both there.
Okay.
So mostly you. I'm asking.
You don't really know of too many druids in the Undying Court.
Well, I know there's no druids, but I'm just because she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So do you take a moment and pray?
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Two.
2?
Do you want me to pick up my thing and I will show it? It's it's a 0
the
0
2
and then a 2 is what I
on a
rolled.
D100.
Should I
Good
move the
Lord.
camera? Do you want me to?
No, it's fine. I'm blown away. That's
It's
awesome.
a 0 0 and then the other one shows a 2. That would be 2, correct?
That's how I would interpret it.
Okay, I'm making sure I'm reading 100 right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I want to roll or high?
Stop and take a moment underneath the massive form of this tree and think back to your ancestors, to those that you know that have died, to those that have yet to die.
Mm-hmm.
You commune with the souls of each of these. And the figure of an elven woman comes forward. In your mind's eye.
Okay. Not drow?
Not drow.
Okay.
Seems to be a wood elf. You feel the wind that you did the first time around, a gentle breeze blowing off. You see her arms kind of almost sway a bit, and she mouths in Undercommon. Yes.
So yes, it would be
shifts back
considered stealing.
the other direction, the second time around. You see her arms sway counter to the first time. She again mouths in Undercommon. No.
Okay.
Her form disappears into mist, her soul getting cast back. And you find yourself looking up at the tree. And as you examine the bark, you see the woman's face still within it. Very subtly, drawn out in the lines of the bark.
All right.
During all of this, Iso, what would you like to be doing?
Oh, he was trying to get a piece of the fruit from the branches that were swaying back and forth, and he's starting to get a little irritated.
Okay.
I can just imagine like a playful part of Iryna just keeping it just outside of your reach.
You know, oddly enough, you feel that is the case. The first time around, you had no issue going up and grabbing fruit, but now that Inyara seems to be mumbling something to this tree, the branches seem to like dance. Just like every time you're about to grab for one, the fruit just kind of pops up just a little bit.
Do you mind? I'm hungry.
Oh,
And
sorry.
with this, you're kind of almost danced around the tree a bit, and you find yourself on the other side of the clearing, staring back at the group before an apple bounces off your head and an orange rolls off your shoulder before a banana hits the ground. You reach down, you pick it up, the kiwi in your hand, you bite into the apricot, and you're chewing plum.
This is the greatest food ever. I'm just saying. Variety is the spice of life, and variety they have in spades.
And you take a moment and you look back at the group, and you see what seems to be a giant hole in the backside of the tree. Large enough to easily stick a hand in, if you so desire.
I'll pop my head back around the other side of the tree. Inyara, there's a
Yes?
hole back here.
There's a hole back there?
There's a hole on the backside of the tree. Given that the front had a face, I'm really not looking forward to putting my hand in a hole found on the backside. But that's just me as the player.
You know, things you say in hindsight.
I'm not sure exactly what you were doing there, talking to the tree, mumbling to yourself, but back here there appears to be some sort of hole.
I will go and look, and just for clarification on that, DM, because now I've managed to mix myself up. The yes was to I can take the fruit out of here, right?
Correct.
Because technically, I think, did I ask if this would be considered stealing from the dead?
Correct.
And that was a no.
Correct.
We could take it and it wouldn't be considered.
If you feel so, yes.
Okay. I will go to the back of where Iso is at. There's a sorry
yeah.
about
and
that.
as you kind of look as well, there seems to be kind of almost a split in the tree. The bark kind of separates out, and there is a hole in the tree. Much like you would find it in ordinary trees, kind of thing, like animal would find a home within the tree itself.
Do I see anything in there?
Do you look inside the hole?
I look inside the hole.
Okay. You do, and this seems to be much larger on the inside than you kind of anticipated. It doesn't look like any animal has been making this its own home. It is dark, but that's not an issue for you. As you kind of look in and around, and propped up within this hole is a scroll.
I think we can take this. I apologize, Iso. I was talking to, I think, Iryna?
He's chasing more fruit.
All right. I will take the scroll, and upon taking it, I will say thank you, and I will make sure that this is not used illfully. If he has any ill, he will not be getting this scroll, and I will bring it back.
Sure. Okay. You tuck it into one of your scroll cases and put it in your pack.
Yep. I will follow the wishes of the dead, best of my ability, as I move away from the tree.
Sure. All right.
Anybody else have things there?
Hey guys, what are you up to? Poke my head around the tree.
After I had picked the flowers, all I did was then kind of weird. Every time I would cut a flower, I'd apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize. And then when I was done, I would just sit and I would be sorting them in between my pouches while everyone else was doing their things.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have all your eggs in one basket.
Issa
Right.
looks over at Fink with a big smile on his face and just fruit viscera all over his face. He has just been pigging out this morning.
Did you guys get some bark? I think this counts as a druidic tree. Given the plaque on the.
Do we need
the
something for our
ground.
druidic tree?
Yeah. Brunhilde needed some of that too.
I will clarify. Dryad tree.
Dryad? Oh, shoot.
Dryad, not
Yep,
druidic.
no
Okay.
worries.
Different tree.
Different tree.
Different tree.
Yep, dark from dryad.
Okay.
Bark from dryad
Just
trees.
kidding.
Flying
Looks
water.
very similar. I'll give it to you.
I will pretend I didn't say anything. Other than,
I
what are you doing over here?
found the scroll.
And oddly, look
Ah,
at
cool.
Issa's face. The fruit viscera still kind of pops in and out of different flesh of fruit.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that. I
That's so weird.
think I found
Ooh.
the scroll that the magic shop guy wants, although I don't think Iryna would count this as stealing from her.
Well, what is the scroll? Is it safe to give to him? It's not like a scroll of mass destruction or anything, right?
You know, we should probably look, because I don't want him to have it if it is something that could be harmful and against Irena's wishes. What is the scroll?
Okay, you take it back out and you look at it.
Yeah, I will look at it.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not like you read it and now it's gone.
Well, I mean, that is kind of how scrolls work, isn't it?
Oh, don't you have to, like, use them somehow?
Right, you read them out loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will
look over
not
her
read it
shoulder.
out loud, knowing that
And
this is how
where we
scrolls
learn
work.
that Iryna, or not Iryna, Iniara mumbles to herself while reading.
Just read the title.
You kind of look this over, and the first lines reference the ability to remove hateful emotions from a situation. It seems to neutralize people and or creatures in general. And you kind of think like, all right, you know, that some of this kind of exists in within some of the clerics of the Underdark. This is calm emotions.
I think
Cool.
this is like
Look at
calm
that one.
emotions. I don't think he could use this illfully. You can get this scroll anywhere. Why does it have to be from here?
What if it's like fueling the area and maybe we shouldn't take it?
I've already talked to the dead ones today. I don't know if she'll answer again. I
Well,
think
I mean, it would make sense for a scroll like that to be here. I mean, I haven't felt angry or upset or frustrated at all since we walked into the clearing.
don't give
I mean, there
Petunia
was like
ideas.
cats sleeping next to the villagers, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's fine. Just a kitty keeping us warm."
Yeah,
This is a
No,
very
I
calm
think
cat.
this is a good
creature.
place.
Ooh.
This was a very good place.
Yeah, we could just build a summer home here out of that tree.
Yeah.
And
Notice that it's said in a deeper voice than Iso's.
Well, I mean,
Slightly deeper. No.
well, I have all my flowers. Are you guys all good?
I think so. Again, I'm very curious as to why he wants this scroll from Irena's Rest. It's just calm emotions. Many wizard shops should have calm emotions, right? Am I wrong, DM? Am I misunderstanding this one? Is it only
if we're just
cleric?
picking up a
Slightly.
drop?
Is it only
Here's the
cleric? Oh,
weird
it's
part.
priests.
It's a cleric and or druid spell.
Right.
you could read it.
Oh. Oh, wait. No, I think I understand why he wants this now. Because this is not something a wizard can usually use.
Makes sense.
Maybe the missus was mad at him.
I mean, that's possible.
You
But the
just see
thing
him
is,
for the
if this
next
gets-
365 days inscribing this into his house.
Everywhere. Every door frame. Why are you repainting the house? Just the door
No,
frame.
no reason. Don't worry about it. Just it'll look better in about a year.
But I don't...
Fully endorsed.
What is he going to
My
use
only
this
question
for?
yet
Because it gets
is-
used once and then you can't do it again.
Well, he inscribes it into his
He-
spellbook.
But
Don't you do that?
similarly, yes. Similarly.
Yeah.
No, things just kind of come to me.
Do you think you could put this in your book?
I could, but then it goes away, doesn't it? That's how that works.
No.
That's what
I don't
you've
have a-
seen with other wizards for sure. Yes.
I don't...
Well, then that's probably why.
Well, I mean, the only way you're gonna really know why he
Wait,
might
am I
want
being
it
wise?
is to ask him.
I'd rather ask Iryna where she wants it to go.
I would question whether or not this would like collapse the area.
There's that too,
Ruins,
because
if
I
it's
think having a
removed
safe
for
haven-
some reason. Right.
I mean... So you're a
Yeah.
paladin, you have a religion as well. I don't know about the rest of you two. I think it's Petunia, but I was raised...
I mean, I could look at
My
it.
grandmother
I know
was a
little bit.
priestess. I know some stuff. It's because
I
I'm
know
a
some
wizard.
stuff.
Yeah,
No,
Could-
what
could I
Bulgari
take a
wants
look
me
at
to
it?
know.
So, what we want to do is figure out if it's okay.
You take a look at it, Petunia.
Yeah.
Sure.
Don't read it out loud because that makes it work.
Nope. In my head.
You begin looking it over, and you know you can read any language. You don't
Mhm.
feel like you need to tap into your ability to read this.
Mm-mm.
All of the
Oh.
letters kind of coalesce and make sense, and you can also read the spell scroll with no issues.
Good to know. Good to know. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I have. This is really weird. I hand it to Iso. Can you read it?
Well, let me take a look, and I'll unfurl the paper.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a moment. Things kind of shift around on it just a little bit, but yeah, you can read it.
Voulez-vous aller?
Don't read it out loud!
What harm could come from reading a book?
Well,
You know,
pretty cool thing.
I'm not usually good with this type of stuff. This makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I mean, I'm gonna give this a couple of shots. She spoke once, maybe she'll do it again. I think I can understand it now. If she decides to speak. Did you yes or no's?
How long does this take?
I'm guessing we've argued for a little while.
Well, how long
How
does
long does
the
it take her to
spell
talk
take?
to the tree?
Yeah, the
Or-
spell and talking to the tree.
Everything we've been doing, or...
No, just now.
Okay, just now.
Right after. How long does it take you to cast a spell? As in someone who doesn't have that spell.
I don't
I can't.
have
don't
a
wanna do
spell.
it.
How long would you think it would take to do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yep.
going to try and ask
Is it
if...
like a
Yep,
10-minute
coming up.
cast?
Coming up with a good answer here real soon. You think it would be a normal spell cast time for you? It wouldn't be anything extended.
Oh. Just a one regular, I'm going to cast a spell. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You know what? I'm going to see if we can get more information about this. This sounds weird. I know you're... I feel like think under that mask you're looking at me like a WTF face.
You do you, Aniara.
But, you know, you have that one... I'd say sometimes it's a mother, sometimes it's a grandmother that really instills those religious bits into you. And I really liked my grandmother. I really like my grandmother. She's still alive. So. It's very important. I'm gonna.
I think mine is too.
Ugh, there's a bug on my screen. Oh, there's not. So I'll go up. I'm gonna just ask a couple of yes or no questions. One is, can we give? Is it all right if this goes to what's his name? The wizard shop dude.
Okay.
Like Rodolfo?
Jawan.
Zhaowen?
Jawan. I was gotten.
Yeah. You give it a moment. No wind seems to stir this time.
Alright. Would you rather if we used it?
A little bit of time passes, and a gentle breeze blows across the branches.
To go to the direction that was no or yes?
Towards the yes direction.
You'd rather us use it than give it. It's not going to make the magic here go away. Will it make the magic here go away? I gotta make sure these are yes or no questions.
Again, you pose your question and wait a brief amount of time. No wind seems to stir.
Well, that was on. Alright. Well, that's what I got. I hope you continue the rest peacefully. Thank you for letting me borrow your energy to talk to you.
Before you turn to leave, you see one of the branches actually kind of like swing over just a little bit, and a fruit drops out of the tree and towards you.
Like, in front of me?
Yes.
I'll...
Easily catchable kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll put my hands out to catch it.
Alright.
Well, that was very
Nothing special
insightful.
about it. It seems to do the same thing
Over.
every other fruit on the tree.
Alright. Then I'll go back over to the group if they weren't next to me.
Probably not. I'd probably be with the villagers.
Are we, good to try and head back then today?
Yeah.
Zhaowen only wanted the scroll, right? That was it?
Correct.
Alright. Good for me. Good enough. Wait, he was, what? Did that say he was only gonna give us 10 silver for this?
Probably.
It was worth so much more than that.
We did accept before we knew. I mean, there is that.
Yeah, we didn't know what the scroll was. Doesn't mean we have to finish it, right?
Mm-hmm. Alright, you
got
are free
there and it's
to
gone.
finish any quests you wish.
Alright, once everyone's together, I don't know if it'll be on the way there or whatever, but...
But yeah, Zhaowen had only promised you 10 silvers.
Oof.
I don't...
A piece.
Oh, a
but-
piece. Okay. I thought
Yeah.
it was 10 and then we'd have to split it.
No, everything quest reward was always offered per person.
Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I don't think... I think Iryna would rather this be used with us than for Zhaowen. I get the feeling. I don't know if this can be shared between all of us. We should decide who should use it, but...
Well, if he starts getting upset, you could always just cast the spell.
I mean, there's that. I would rather respect the wishes of the dead. I may borrow their energy from time, but eventually, as we get further in levels,
I mean, we know the value of it, right? And it's not.
it's very valuable. Usually, this is
And
something
silver.
only clerics and some of the druids could use.
Normally, we made a deal, we should honor it. That being said, this tree seemed to have spoken directly to you and let you know its wishes, which I think that would take precedence over returning it for a sum of money.
I would agree. Especially if this is supposed to be Iryna's grave. Then at the end, I have a feeling he knew the true value of what this was and was lowballing any help. To the point of being taken advantage of.
I vote we hold on to this.
Yes.
And see what happens.
I am all for that, Petunia. Right now, from what I'm getting from the dead, is that it is better used for us than selling it.
I think so.
I mean, I don't disagree either with... I mean, I really don't disagree. This is very valuable and could be very helpful for us as a group. But that part's selfish. But putting that part aside, it seems that this is where it wants to be used anyways, so... Well, we did accomplish what we wanted to. We've finished out the Grung encampment. We've saved villagers that we didn't know need saving, and we've done Iryna's rest. Is that all that we have on the west side?
You're north right now?
North side? That's what I meant. North?
We could always go talk to that ogre that screamed at us across the lake.
I think after we don't have villagers.
I think we go back, talk to the lady who wants the flowers and the dryad bark, and make a really good deal since we already have the flowers and she doesn't know about it.
Well,
So, speaking of which, someone else should hold some flowers, and I have all my flowers, like every pouch, everywhere. I have a
They're
ton
just
of them.
bursting out.
We need to hide them.
I've got some room.
Just start taking the ones that are more obvious out. Probably like 10 of them.
I'll put some in my pack. I did pick some for myself too. I made sure that was said.
you know, alternatively, we could just leave them here in Iryna's rest. I mean, might one of the safest places for them.
But then we have to come back up this way to go over there, versus we could turn in what we've got.
You always finish side quests.
I mean, is this all there was that was on the north, Mage? Mr. DM?
I mean,
That we know of?
Iso wasn't wrong about that ogre.
No, we can come back, but the ogre,
Other than that, those are the locations that you're aware of.
what we're aware of currently. Okay. I mean, I can definitely say we should take out the ogre, because he looked very gross, and those pustules did not look good.
Then let's leave
But
them here, go get rid of the ogre.
We could do that.
Unless the ogre gets rid of us, but...
Well, the villagers should be safe here.
No.
I mean, they'd be
If
safe.
we are concerned about these people, I mean, we can bring them back and come back. I was just thinking, you know, it's a long way, old knees and all.
No, I think you're right. If we keep the villagers here where it is safe, we could probably do that. Any ideas, Fink? Opinions?
I don't know.
I mean, this would save time. And then they can eat and gain their strength a little bit more while we're gone, maybe?
I mean, are any of them particularly anxious to get back?
No, they seem pretty calm right now.
We could ask them.
No, it's fine. If you guys have something to do, it's okay. We feel okay here.
All right.
All right.
I think that's a pretty good idea. We can leave you guys here. We'll be back after we take care of the other threat to... Well, really, technically, the ogre's a threat to the town, not just us. Might as well do it while we're
Did
here.
we specifically have a request
That's
to
what I
take
was just
out
wondering.
the ogre?
I don't think we did,
Mm-mm.
but
Nope, it was just an area to be very aware of.
I think that would make this place, in general, much safer for the village. I mean, he saw us from across the lake and then decided to just attack. That was very aggressive.
I mean,
We weren't posing a threat to anybody at that point. What if a small, halfling or a small regular gnome were to come that way? Do you think they could be able to handle it?
Probably not.
I don't know.
Why are you looking at me?
I wasn't looking at you. That's why I said a small gnome, not a deep gnome. That we don't know that you are, because we never saw your face.
No, we did actually.
Yeah, I know.
No, I don't think you guys do. There's ESO failing that insight check.
No, didn't we? Because she fell unconscious. Or sorry, he fell unconscious.
Right. Oh, I did forget to mention that, yeah, Fink technically did drown last time.
Yep.
Yeah, you forgot to mention Fink almost dying.
I mean, it's a small detail. It's alright.
It's fine.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
didn't
no,
know.
we're all
He's
pretending,
dead now.
because Fink doesn't want us to know what Fink looks like. We're all pretending we didn't see a thing.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
See what?
Exactly.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
For the record, now that we're level 3, no one will ever be able to do that again. And not be removed against my will.
Yep.
One level too early to kill me.
There we were doing it to try and save you. Because nobody
How
could
dare
do
you
anything.
guys? Come
I
on.
know.
Oof.
We tried.
Just, I mean, sure, it wasn't meta knowledge that we knew that we needed to open up the area and turn you over. Maybe.
Nah, it's standard living knowledge.
You gotta get the water out of their lungs.
We all knew what we were doing. I lived in the wild for years. That's all we did, right?
It makes more sense for Petunia to have known that. I'm still trying to figure out how any Ara would have known that that was supposed to be done.
Well, I mean, your CPR training has really paid off. that's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's where it is. That's where it's at.
You kind of notice at this point, as you guys are having a discussion, that the villagers have kind of sat around the area that Petunia has pruned of flowers. And the odd part here,
Crop
you
circles.
notice that they've already started to regrow, and
Oh,
some that weren't cut quite as low are already starting to rebud.
that's cool. Well, should we go take care of that ogre?
Yeah, I think we should, but as we're trying, those ones that are trying to rebud, can I cut them before they bloom?
Sure. Yeah.
Cut it before it blooms. Does it
Okay.
still mature?
Doesn't seem to. It actually seems to be stuck right
Hold
about
on,
there.
guys, I need some of these. And I want...
Yeah, and you're able to collect maybe another dozen of those.
Sweet.
Let's see. You grab buds? Flower buds?
Yeah, the buds.
Alright.
Definitely. Useful.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay.
Alright. Onward.
All right. So, who is feeling brave enough to lead the way this time?
No.
I can.
All right.
I mean, I don't know if we should trust Petunia. Well, maybe we should trust Petunia. She's the one who got us there first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Feel free,
I don't know
Iso.
if I trust myself at the moment, but I can try again.
Iso
You want
can...
me to?
Iso said he was
can
going
we?
to.
That's a good idea.
I do have a +4 to survival, so.
What are
I have
you
a
leading?
+0.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because how does that drive a narrative?
I got a +1. I was
Let me
afraid
see
that
how
was
I do
the best that we
Alright.
had.
12 total for a survival check.
12 total. Okay. Yeah, that's not awful. It's not great, but it's not awful. Nowhere good is what, like the 18 you had the first time around? That was pretty good. All right, you all begin walking to the general direction that you do recall, just kind of walking easterly towards that smaller lake, the pond, near that cave. When you come across the remains of an animal.
Oh no, not the kitty!
It's not the kitty, is it?
Right?
It's not the kitty. No.
Oh.
It is definitely not the kitty.
Oh,
Okay, you get to
this
continue DMing.
This creature has what appear to have been like red, leathery scales that kind of went along its body. It looks almost reptilian, but not quite. And it probably, at one time at full length, probably stretched a good 10 feet from snout to the end of a tail. So it is a long, kind of sweeping creature. Looks to only walk on 2 legs.
I
kind
need
of thing.
scales.
But not dragony or
Not a dragon, no. More lizard-like.
more
than-
lizard. Definitely not
Right.
a dragonkin
Not
or
a
anything.
dragon. No. Nothing of that nature. You do notice on the side of it, though, you see one set of rake marks that show 5 strikes, and the one next to that only has 4.
This is from the
My-
Panther.
Killed by kitty.
Killed by kitty.
Okay. Still want scales.
I don't think. See, I don't know what you did think, but that didn't happen to us. So, yay, Fink.
You're
Made
welcome.
it less deadly.
Yeah, sure.
1 claw.
Right?
It's just -1 point of damage every time, and that's
I
it.
mean, maybe it won't lacerate your spleen and you'll bleed out. Like,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
we'll be fine.
Just change his damage type from slashing to bludgeoning, that's all.
Yeah. Totally fine.
So are the scales like snake skin where I'm gonna have to peel the skin itself, or are they more akin to like alligator skin where I have to peel like the leather off, or is it
Yeah,
more
I would say
like...
it's closer to alligator skin in that regard, not quite like a snake.
Okay. I find the least scratched patch that I can and try to more or less fillet this red giant alligator thing.
Okay. Yeah, do you have a tool for that?
I have leather working tools.
Hold on.
I mean, don't we have a tool for this?
You do now.
I have leather workers tools. So it would provide me with that
Just gonna roll
round,
it back
that
up.
round curved knife thing. I don't have one here to show you.
At the very least, it would probably have a skinning knife in it.
Yeah, well, it would have
Either that or we have
probably-
the tool kit of whatever we need.
I'll slowly pull it back out. Here. I think you just think about what you need and you get it.
Ooh, well, I could do that, yeah. I think about one of those knives. I can't, bad drawing, but one of those
Okay.
things.
Sure.
Yeah, a skinning knife thing.
Yeah. Easy enough. You pull it out. You make sure to maintain contact with the kit. Kind of grab it and pocket it so that you can work with both hands. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a dexterity survival check?
Oh boy. With my dex,
Or for ease, if you don't have survival, just dexterity.
I don't. Dexterity would be definitely better. Ooh, I rolled a natural 20 plus 2.
Nice.
A 22.
All right. So you're able to take a bit of time. Everyone else is kind of, I guess, just supervising as you go to work, maybe providing helpful instructions of like, oh, you're getting too close to the bone there, and like you ease off just a little bit. You work around the slash marks beautifully, as though like that had never happened in this skin to begin with. And you find enough, you think, honestly, to maybe make your own set of like scale armor.
Ooh,
That is a lot
okay.
of.
That's a lot. You were able to salvage significant amounts that shouldn't have been able to.
And it's red.
And it's red.
Ooh, whale.
While you're doing this, and everyone is kind of watching in pure fascination,
I was gonna say, I think someone would be making sure that we're safe before we get ambushed.
uh-huh,
I'm just saying.
me too.
Because I was gonna say before you started doing all of this, but I was writing things down that like one of us should be watching to make sure that we're not gonna get jumped.
Okay. Who did it then? I'll be generous.
I mean,
I'll keep watch with whoever and give them aid so they have advantage on the roll, if that's allowed by the DM.
All
I
right.
give Iso aid because I'm at
can be generous here.
disadvantage.
For perception,
Yeah, it's daytime. I'm at disadvantage for perception checks in the
Iniara?
sun.
In order to do this, why don't you roll me a perception check first to see if you can lend aid, since you are at disadvantage.
16 plus whatever.
At disadvantage?
Oh, at disadvantage? Sorry.
Yeah.
13 plus whatever.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow you to grant him advantage.
whew, thank goodness, because the first one wasn't that great. So 21 total.
21 total.
First
That
of the
just
CM.
beat me. That just beat me. You notice, sneaking up very well, 3 pus-covered goblins. Spears kind of at the ready as they slowly move through the underbrush of this forest towards you. And with that, I actually will need everyone to roll initiative. You are not surprised because Iso is able to warn you.
Goblins!
You beat my 20.
Oof.
Here, I'll throw up an initiative order here so you guys can enter that in here.
Might not be going last.
Oh, I think I need to erase out everything that was there. Oh, I erased ESO. Here, let me just start over. I
You
got this.
erased
I got this, guys.
Iso?
Just- There we go. No, we're good. We're good. I know how this program works.
There.
Right, it was mage armor deal because it did not change my armor class. Do 13 plus dex mod, so I'm at a 16. Okay.
Looks like everybody is in.
Did you switch to battle music?
I did switch to battle music, yep. Oddly enough,
Attaboy.
Inyara. Iso points out these 3 goblins approaching you. Spears out there ready. You are up first. You are able to react faster than them.
Alright, I'm going to throw out a mind sliver, I think, on the closest
Okay.
one.
I
need
mean,
it-
closest is
An int save.
kind of relative.
Yeah, just give me one of them. I'll point out whichever one I do. I'll do
Okay, we'll say it's the bottom, the top one. Okay.
this one. We can do this one. This one's
Uh,
closest.
Okay. We'll do the bottom one there. Intelligence, you say?
Yes, an int save.
Blah. 6.
It fails.
Yeah, I kind of guessed, but we
5.
can hope. 5 damage.
Plus,
Alright,
he gets
not
a
terrible, not
minus
terrible.
4 on his next save until my turn.
Okay. I will.
And then we'll call out. He should be easier to hit
mark that in.
with spells.
All right. With that, the goblins are up next. And you see that one kind of move forward, run straight up to you, Inyara.
I figured.
This one is going to come up to Fink. And actually, this one will run around to the other side of Fink. You see all 3 of them kind of in turn drop their spear, unsheath a dagger, and slash across their own chest.
Oh,
You see each pustule kind of pop and
Oh.
burst, and green ichor sprays out onto all of you.
Prestidigitation. Does that work?
So for the sake of this, we'll start with the bottom goblin here. Petunia, Inyara, and Iso takes 3 points of acid damage as this green ichor sprays across you.
No way to save against this?
I'll allow dex saves.
Okay.
I'll be generous.
Alright, I'll take that. 16?
16. All right, you take half damage.
So 2?
What did I say? 3 points, so
Yeah.
do 1.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep, always round down.
13 on Iso.
13 will also save, so 1 point of acid damage. Whew. And Petunia.
And me.
One thing you do notice, though, is that each of them does take damage as they
Oh.
do this,
Oh,
They
yeah.
could theoretically
'Cause they
kill
are
themselves
inflicting-
trying to.
inflicting damage onto themselves to do this. Petunia, dex save?
Yes. Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Ooh. 21.
21. You also take 1 point of acid damage.
Yes.
This one looks a little defeated because everyone did it so well. And then, for sake of speeding this up, Fink, I will need 2 saves from you, and Petunia, 2 saves from me. As the one on either side of Fink, they do the same motion, and these pustules burst and spray their liquids onto you.
dex save? you said?
Dexterity save.
Oh, I got.
Okay.
Ooh, a 15 and a 17.
Okay, 15 and a 17. So for sake of ease, you take a total of 2 points. 2 points of acid damage.
15 and 0.
15 and a 0.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
So from the first one, you take 1 point of acid damage, and the second one, you take 2 points.
Okay.
So I mean, not a ton, but. And then we're over to Fink. Having been covered in this gross green stuff.
I'm just trying to understand these thunder gauntlets here.
Sure.
oh my
Like,
god,
do they
I
have an
got
offense
fairy
against
fire?
them?
Yeah, you're a dark elf.
Yeah, I forgot I got drow magic.
I got some cool things, but I can't use them yet.
I could use a short bow or no short sword and hand crossbows.
I have this feeling I need to go buy stuff.
I know.
I think I'm just gonna punch it.
Sure.
The one right in front of me.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, just punch it. 18?
Yeah, 18 will hit.
Whew. Good hit. 11 points of thunder damage.
Dang.
That's max for my gauntlet.
Yeah.
Nice for the first
All
shot
right.
of them.
So,
Yeah.
the humming of Fink's armor seems to increase, and you see his arm just rocket forward and smack this thing square in the face. And as a result, like that humming just increases right up to impact, and then it almost transfers to the goblin. And you see it kind of ripple a bit as it takes the punch. It is heavily bloodied at this point, and seems dazed from that punch. All right. Anything else on your turn, Fink?
I think I just get the one attack. Yeah.
Yeah, just one attack.
So, I think that's probably it.
Okay.
Yeah. Move or anything, so.
All right, we'll move over to Petunia.
I am going to toll the dead on the one in front of Iryna,
Okay. Easy enough.
and that is a wisdom, I believe. Yes.
All right. Iryna, have I mentioned a few times yet? Mind Sliver? Anyway, so I rolled a 16, got a -4 penalty on my saving throw, and then -1, so an 11.
Yes, you don't save. Thank goodness for Mind Sliver. Oh, that is. You know, that was a spell I debated taking at one point.
It's a good spell. I mean,
It's a
don't get me wrong.
fantastic. It's a
Just-
Tasha's spell, so
Yep.
So cocked, otherwise it'd be really good, but it's crooked. That's not bad. 8.
8. All right.
really
and
good.
That is the golden number. As that final tolling of the bell, you kind of take that spot that you see Inyara's mind sliver like penetrate into its mind, and your bell almost finds that same bit, and it just kind of shudders a little bit and then drops dead.
Perfect. With that, I am then going to. I'm gonna stay there. That's all I got.
Okay.
Yep, I'm not gonna move. I
Gotcha.
think this would be my best spot, so I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. Eso, you are up.
Okay, so which one did Fink punch? This one?
Yep, that's the one that Fink punched. Doing significant amounts of damage to it.
I'll let Fink have the glory on that one, and I'll run up to this one here
Okay.
and just
Uh-oh.
swing.
We lost Fink.
I think we do it this time of the day.
Usually it's another half hour.
That's true.
But yeah, he's
Strange.
just gonna run up to the one on the other side of Fink and just swing away with the warhammer.
Okay, go ahead and take a shot.
That is 18 to hit.
18 to hit. Oh, shoot, I forgot a small aspect of these creatures. 18 will hit.
You did forget.
I did forget a small aspect here, and I will retcon that very shortly.
Let me guess, splash damage.
Splash damage.
Yeah, I figured. But hit. That is not bad. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points. All right. Ooh, that's close. All right. So with 9 points, you swing your hammer into it, and you feel a wet as you also pop these pustules, and they again spray out liquid. So I will need Fink, Petunia, and Iso to make dex saves as you try to dodge away from this effect again.
TX.
6, you take 4 points of acid damage.
Okay, we're okay.
I think that was a 9 from Petunia. Okay, you were muted, so I wasn't sure. 4 points of acid damage. I'm not sure if we have
Sorry,
a Fink back yet.
It took a moment to sneeze.
No, you're good. You're
That's why I'm
good. You're
muted.
allowed to.
Thanks. I
It's a free
spent
action.
the day outside,
Ooh.
so my allergies are fabulous right now. So
Right?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. I think we still don't quite have a Fink back, but... to retcon the previous hit, when Fink punched that one, I'll also need another one from you, Petunia, and Fink, when I get
Okay.
to it. As
Not
again,
like-
splash damage from the punch would have
Not like I
caused
don't
these things to
think we know.
burst.
The vibration was just so great from that
Yeah,
hit. It
just
just
shook 'em
pushed
all loose
all the
and-
acid the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it just kind of, it's kind of like when you try to pop a
15?
pimple and it
That'd be
doesn't do
1.
anything.
1 point,
That's what happened.
right? Yeah, that's what happened. No.
Ew,
one
that's
point of acid damage.
gross.
It is, but
Oddly enough, you noticed that
if-
your spells didn't seem to trigger this effect.
Oh, so when my spell did it, but when Fink took her turn before mine, correct?
Mhm. Correct.
Okay, but
yep.
Iso took it after.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Then
Yep.
that is good to go.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else, Iso?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. Hopefully we'll get Fink back here in a moment. Iniara, you
Uh-huh.
are up.
yep. I am gonna do Mind Sliver on the one that Iso hit. I assume it looks the least hurt.
Oh no. Fink needs to restart a computer, or his computer.
Oh no.
Bushwhack
Yeah.
needs to restart her computer.
There we go.
Well, this is a good time to talk about tonight's sponsor, technical difficulties.
Yes,
Oddly
tonight's
enough,
sponsor.
and thank you for sponsoring yet again this evening. They are a faithful sponsor through 7 episodes now.
I know.
And without them, I don't think we could do this. Really, with them, we can't really do this. But
I mean, at least they're taking turns with each of us.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
They are generous like that. They are a very giving.
They make sure everybody
sponsor.
gets their time.
Right.
Mhm,
Everyone feels included. It's just, I feel blessed. We feel very blessed.
Very
To
blurst.
have them.
The best
Yeah.
thing is you don't even have to use a promo code for them to affect you.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of their product. Really, you just let things run long enough, and eventually, they too will assist you.
Oh.
So since we got that technical sponsor stuff out of the way, sorry, I missed what you wanted to do on your turn.
I was gonna do Mind Sliver on whichever one looks the least hurt.
The least hurt would be, I think, the one that Iso just rocked.
Okay.
Yeah. About a mixed bag, actually. You'd say they both look real
Yeah,
hurt.
just do Iso's.
Okay.
Can't accidentally kill Fink's kill.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello.
we got a Fink.
Hey.
I don't know.
You missed the message about our sponsor for the evening, but
Oh,
yeah. Our sponsor, just to fill you in, technical difficulties. They've been here since episode 1, and we just feel very blessed to have them.
okay. I was everyone out, or was it just me?
Just you.
Just you.
Just do.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what happened, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
Technical
idea.
difficulties
I
decides
cannot-
that we each need our own turn.
Yeah.
So they're very generous that way.
Right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're spreading the wealth.
Yes.
Is anything still alive?
Yeah,
Yes.
we got 2 left.
Oh, okay.
I will come back to a retcon that I need to do for you briefly because you were out. Iniara, I got a 4 on my intelligence save. I need different dice when we play this game.
Mm-mm.
No, we're good. 4 points of damage, and it's a 1d4 next save.
It's not gonna need it.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah. As that one also dies. But Fink, from 2 melee attacks that hit them, I will need dexterity saves from you. As
Okay.
the impact of the melee caused more pustules to burst. Kind of thing, like a
2?
splash. 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
hit,
anytime
and
we
then
hit
each
it,
cell
it
hit.
also causes spray.
Oh. Dex, huh?
Yep, I know it's your strong point, so it
Mhm.
should be a pretty easy save.
8 and 7.
8 and a 7. You take 6. That was a 7. Let's try that again. 6 points of acid damage.
Ouch. Okay. Oops. I need to do that.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn, Iniara?
Nope, that's it. I'm sorry.
No? Okay.
Oh, wait,
Uh-oh.
no, I'll move. Okay, I'm good now.
Okay, perfect. This one decides to take one final attack, and you see it again, kind of almost the other direction, rake back up its body, creating a nice big X that causes the remainder of its pustules to burst. It also drops dead after doing this, but I need, I guess, Fink and Petunia yet again to make dex saves.
Boy, this just keeps getting better and better. 6.
6.
Ooh.
2 points.
16.
16, 1 point of acid damage.
At least you rolled low.
No, I don't roll low. I roll about mid-range for that die.
Okay. I was meaning at least it was 2 damage and not like 6.
Right. Yeah, no, it's only a D4 of acid damage, so
Oh, okay.
not very significant, but enough to be inconvenient.
Did they have to roll to attack themselves?
Nope. It is voluntary kind of thing. They are accepting the damage to do it, so they aren't trying to dodge out of their own way. Sorry.
I immediately take. Are we out of combat? I shot
Yeah.
first.
Yep.
I
Sorry, I
immediately
know the
take
music hasn't changed yet, so it's hard to tell.
and try
There we
to
go.
heal myself just a wee bit.
Okay. Sure.
How bad is Fink?
And then I'm gonna also.
Oh,
since
you
I'm
know.
doing a Fink, and also gonna do that. So I'm gonna do 1 on me and 2 on Fink, because Fink did far worse than I did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost at half, but not quite. But if we gotta fight something else,
Also same.
We're on our way to the
Okay.
ogres that have these same pustules, doesn't it?
yeah.
So we need to hit
So-
from a distance. From that ogre.
I healed a whole 3 points. And Fink
3 points
will
is better
get-
than 0.
Fink will also get 3 points.
I'll take
Ouch. You
Ooh.
did 2 for that?
I did 2 for hers. I rolled 1 and 2.
Oh no.
Ouch.
So
I have absolutely no way of healing anybody. I'm sorry.
Fink, how far away from full are you?
it. I mean, now on this side, I don't look that bad. It's only 8.
8? How about
Yeah.
you, Petunia?
I'm down 6.
It's. Do you save for
I'm
we're
only down
dire?
6 compared to 8.
And it is roughly 8:30 in the morning.
It is.
I know, and we're going
I'm
after
not
an ogre.
go against an ogre at this moment because I have one heal left. Well, I mean, I have big heals, but
Well, how far can our spells go? Because if we can take it down from a distance on the other side of the lake. I know the lake was 250 across, but like we don't have to.
Mhm.
But if we,
that's so helpful.
let me see what my
Ian.
spells.
I'm feeling really good with this lightning thing, guys. I can launch it.
Nice.
I think about 300 feet if I had to.
My furthest is a
it.
magic
Across the lake.
missile at 120.
The only problem is we gotta take a short rest. I gotta really think about it for a while.
Well, if we're gonna take a short rest, I could. Nope, that's a long rest. Never mind. Retcon.
We have
Didn't
hit
say
time
that.
for short
I
rest,
mean,
for
yeah,
short
that's
rest.
the other thing we could do.
You do.
I got 90 feet and 120 feet are my two further spells.
I got 60, and that's it.
Up close is not my forte. Or ranged is not my forte,
I was
say.
gonna say, aren't you up close, Eso?
Yeah.
Which just means his range game, man. That is on point.
Unless we take an hour, and I could concentrate on something, and then I had something that's 100 feet.
Well, did we want to do a
100 feet.
short rest and gain some hit die? For those
I
that
mean,
need it?
they're safe.
I wouldn't mind.
We could do that.
Short rest is an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Typically, yeah.
Correct.
Might not be a bad idea.
I do think that would be best.
Um,
At least for you two. I mean, I ain't just gonna prestigitate any of that ichor off of me. It's not really ichor, but the pus off of me.
if we do that, can I take one more of my healing light?
Do you regain those
If
on
we're
a short
taking-
rest?
I don't, but I have a plan for doing something else for that hour that everyone
okay.
else is. Yeah. I think Petunia would much rather do that and gain the benefit than that healing pool. And I can do 2 at a time per person. And I have 4. I have 1 left. So I'm gonna heal just a little tad bit.
Yeah, we'll take that short rest and then.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's.
Sure.
Ooh,
Do
I
you
gained
stay in the
4.
clearing you were in now, or where do you go?
Maybe we should, just so that the bodies serve as a warning.
That could be. And I'm good to go. I can take watch. I can make sure nothing sneaks up on us. Or attempt to make sure nothing sneaks up on us. If it's outside of the clearing, it's technically not direct sunlight, right, DM?
Sure.
And I'm not in direct sunlight with my umbrella.
Oh, you took that back out, did you?
Of course, it automatically comes out when I'm in the sun.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Will you? Well, it's out now, so
Okay, yeah. Easy enough. You all kind of sit down and take watch. And by watch, I mean short rest. While Inyara watches over the camp, using the dead bodies of the red-scaled creature and then the 3 goblins as warning for anybody who wishes to set foot within your camp.
to be fair, it's no longer red-skinned.
Right, it's still red. Inyara, why don't you roll me a perception check as you take watch over the group?
17.
17.
You want me to use different dice so I don't roll so well?
It's fine.
You're fine.
Makes up for the fact that I don't, so.
Right.
Yeah, why not? So as you're taking watch, you notice fairly off in the distance, moving easterly, a creature. Normal humanoid height, maybe 6-ish feet. way off again in the distance. And the one thing that you do remember about it is greenish skin.
Skin or fur?
Skin.
Green skin. And that's which direction?
It would be northeast of your current position, heading east.
That's Iryna's Rest is south of us, right?
Iryna's Rest is west of you.
West. Okay. I'm making sure it wasn't heading towards Iryna's Rest.
Nope.
Okay. Heading away from Iryna's Rest?
Not necessarily. I mean,
Okay.
technically, yes, but...
But I don't get the feeling that it was coming from that area and we might need to head back quick.
Correct.
I will point it out to anybody that's... I mean, during a rest, we can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like tinkering with my armor right now and installing a gem right here.
Is it the sapphire
Nice.
one?
Sure.
I realized I
I
don't have
don't-
the materials I need.
Oh,
What
Right.
materials do you need?
I need 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal. I have the and the herbs, but I also need something brass to burn it in.
gotcha. You do recall that would be very easily acquired at the magic shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
I don't have them, as I realized I don't have the charcoal, but I have the incense and the herbs for it. Just enough
Right.
brass container.
We can make charcoal.
I mean, we could, but that still does. I still need the brass, so I will have to wait.
I'm back up to full after my hit dice, so I'm good.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do that for my hit dice. I might as well.
All right. And don't forget to add your Constitution modifier to anything. But otherwise, your short rest passes by fairly uneventfully, other than that figure out in the woods.
Do you think we should be worried about that figure?
I think we should go kill an ogre.
Well, I totally agree, but do we need to worry about that green figure? It was humanoid.
Not really bothering us.
That's
Yeah.
true. So far. It didn't see us or anything, it just walked by.
Didn't seem to.
Well, if it noticed us. Yeah, we'll worry
I can
about...
ask some of the town members about it.
That's true. Worst comes to worst, we burn that bridge when we get to it.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
Forward.
Forward to the ogre. And now we're going to
Forward
do
to
this
the
from a
ogre.
distance as much as we possibly can, right?
Yep. Because that's
I
what I
know.
sat here for an hour for.
Yep, I got 60 feet. I'll help when I can.
I got in its face.
Then Dawson.
Well, you can
I
draw its
have
attention and we'll
nobody.
just hit it from behind or from far away. Split the party.
But why am I the only one being split?
You just
I
need...
mean, look at you. You're a shell.
I mean, that's true. I would rather all the rest of you be safe.
I can... Oh, hell, I can do chill touch from a distance, too. 120.
You always have been able to.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that was 120.
All right.
I can make it... Ooh. How far is Fairy Fire? 60? Okay.
I think 60.
I can make it easier to be hit. That Fairy
I
Fire
can
does,
make
right?
them easier to not hit you.
Subject. The
Dang.
duration the object affect
Alright.
creature should stimulate any attack.
I mean,
Okay,
300 feet out, I can, even at disadvantage, I could hit it quite a few times.
Nice.
Once every 6 seconds, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when we get into rage, let's try. Let's.
That's what yeah, as soon as we're within 300 feet of this thing. And then, what, we just have Iso kind of run up and do his thing?
I say he should go a little bit in front of us to stop it from getting to us, but we don't want him too far.
Like, by himself. Yeah, okay.
So what, 30 at max away from us? That we
Works for
can get to
me.
him in our
And
next turn.
around.
Yeah.
That now actually applies to Fink. I have a walking speed of 30.
What were you before? Were you
Legit.
25?
Yeah.
Oh, you were. I didn't think they were. I thought deep gnomes
Yep.
had a higher.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why, because they're in the book. They're much bigger than
Mhm.
regular gnomes. They're taller and they're stockier.
The app said I only had a 15-foot walking speed for a while, but I think that was because of
that's
the
because
armor.
of the armor glitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which wasn't accurate, so.
I'd never paid attention to that, just the 25.
Right.
Hmm.
Yep. Because technically you were overburdened by the armor that you
Right.
had, and we were homebrewing that, no, this is your armor, this is what it's going to be, so you get the benefit from jump, so. All right.
I'm ready to hit some ogre.
All
Do
right.
it.
So you guys wanted to start attacking it at what range now?
300 feet. I will start
300 feet.
I'll
Lovely.
start wailing on it. It's
I
at
have-
disadvantage, but I mean, why not? If I can
Alright.
try.
I'm just going to throw this out there. My map is not big enough for that.
I got 120 is what I have to wait till. So
In the event of any other competitions, who would like to roll a survival check to complete the other half of this journey? I think
Iso with
Petunia is
his
volunteering.
Iso with his plus 5.
If I'm 30 feet out, wouldn't I technically be leading?
Sounds like it to me.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, you might not be 30 feet on our way to it, but just once the combat starts, we don't want you to get more than 30 feet ahead of us.
Well, that was a 16 for me.
16? Yeah, all right. That's easy enough. You guys are able to fairly comfortably finish out the remainder of this, and you find yourself near the lake yet again, a little bit higher north than the last time, but for the sake of Fink here, you are 300 feet away, so you can feel free to start attacking as you see fit.
Okay.
Assuming we want to jump into this, I think we can get this done
Well-
at a reasonable clip here, depending on Iso's timing here.
Do I see it outside of its cave? as
Yeah,
we
it's
approach?
still out, much like
Okay.
you had seen it the previous night. It is out on the lakeside, kind of, roaming about, guarding, if you will.
So, just to be clear, at the 300 range, it's at disadvantage, right?
If that is your max range, yes. it would be a
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Okay. 15.
15, that
Yep.
will still hit.
Cool. That is 7 points of damage. Lightning.
7 points of lightning.
As you see a glow in that gem that I inserted on my chest,
Mhm.
just shoots straight out towards the ogre.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that, you see that arc of electricity hit, impact, it shakes. You see one of its pustules spray out, and the grass near it begins to wilt and die almost immediately.
This is gonna be way
Um,
better than last time, guys.
Why don't we
Think so.
roll initiative after we get that one here, as it will attempt to start closing in on that 300 feet relatively.
Right?
Think.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Did
the
anyone
initiative
tell you
is
how cool
just
you are?
up.
It just comes to me at
They
night
immediately
sometimes.
shift back to battle music.
I was so rested last time. This is amazing.
I don't disagree. I was very rested. I slept, and I don't sleep. I don't need to sleep.
Minus.
Is that
Don't
a minus to dex
Still
that we
pretty decent,
hear?
though. That was.
Don't worry,
that
I'm
was
going last. I'm actually not even going to change my number in there because that is accurate.
A 0?
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah, I just
Ooh.
when it matters.
You got that initial bit out. So for the sake of it, Fink technically was at 300 feet. So for the sake of ease on me, we'll say that each square is 30. So that makes it 3 times as much. 15 feet per square. So it's 3 times as much. So where the ogre currently is compared to Fink is 300 feet.
Cool.
We will adjust scale as we get much closer. Inyara, do you have anything that can hit at 300 feet?
Nope, I have to wait till 120.
All right, perfect. This thing will begin to charge. Well, let's do this math the easier way here. You see it just take off after taking that lightning bolt, and it just charges straight at you. You'd put it just over 200 feet away from you at this point.
Damn, it covered 100 feet.
About 80.
Oof.
Damn.
Give or
Oh,
take.
it's action and bonus action.
Yeah, action and move.
Action and move. Yeah, that's
Movement
what I
and
meant.
action.
That's
yeah.
what I meant to say.
Petunia, do you have anything at around the 200 foot mark?
Nope. I got
Would you like
nothing.
to move closer?
Nope. I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay,
No, I
Iso.
got nothing until 60.
Hold your action until it's within.
5
It's
feet.
gonna at least take one more round.
Oh yeah, for sure. But if it's
Iso,
just
would you
out.
like to close in further?
Nope. I'm gonna blah 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 blah. Each one is about 15.
Each square from Fink is 15. Currently. Until
Yeah,
it's
move.
not, and I will let you know.
I'll move out this way a little bit more.
Okay. Fink.
And then action if it
Oh.
gets within melee.
Sure. Okay. Fink, it is 220 feet out.
Okay, I will hit it again at disadvantage.
Okay.
That's a 9.
A 9. A 9 will miss.
Okay.
As you see it just kind of stagger slightly off to the right in mid-charge, and the lightning bolt just shoots past it. Inyara, 220 foot.
Nope, I gotta wait till 120.
Okay.
Will it get there in the next? It does 80. No, my next one will be a held action then.
Okay. For sake of ease, I'm just gonna tweak this just a bit. That we'll put it just off of where it truly is on the map. So Iso, I think you would probably be closer to that.
Okay.
Sounds like I need to get a hand crossbow.
And that is its action and movement again as it just continues charging, screaming as it bellows its way over towards you. Petunia, over to you as this like 10-foot tall ogre begins charging your direction still. You are muted.
You're muted, Petunia.
Thank you. He's still very far off, so I'm gonna move forward.
Okay. We are to regular scale right now. Move as your character.
Okay, so this is to scale.
This is to scale.
Okay, I'm gonna move there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move.
Oh, I should have held an action
Nope,
that turn.
I'm
then.
gonna stay there. I'm gonna hold my action in case it does somehow get within 60 feet of me
Sure.
for Toll the Dead, but. Or no, not Toll the Dead, Sacred Flame, because that's 60
Okay.
feet as well. That
Easy
one.
enough.
Perfect.
Iso. I think he might be muted as well.
I was just
Yep.
gonna say.
No. I was just speaking psychically.
Gotcha. Yes.
I'm not going to get too far away from everyone. I just shifted slightly, but again, hold action until it comes within melee.
Okay. Easy enough. Fink.
Okay. So still over 90 feet out, right?
Correct.
It's still a good range.
Do I feel like it's pretty closer? Could I wait until it's hold my action until
You
it is
certainly could.
90 feet out? So basically
Um,
on its turn, just
Yeah, you think it might make it within that range.
Yeah.
Very shortly.
So I will hold another lightning beam until I feel like it's a little bit more advantageous, kind of taking my time, like looking a little bit more and aiming a little more.
Sure. Easy enough. You hold your action as well. Iniara.
I am going to cast Magic Missile.
It casts shield. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't have that. Go ahead and roll for damage.
I get 4 of these. 3.
Depends on what level you cast it.
First level.
Okay. Then you would get 3 of them.
3.
3 d4 plus 1 each.
It's so hard to pick up the 4s.
Mm-hmm.
I need 1 more because I'm missing a set, or missing 1 for some reason. Don't tell me all the D4s are missing. The most useful ones, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone needs caltrops around the house.
Oh wait, that's a 4. 8. 8 points of damage.
8 total?
Oh wait, nope, sorry. Plus 3. 8 plus 3.
Alright.
Well,
So you
11.
see with each missile as these silvery bolts, just like the ink bleeds up your arm and turns into silvery bolts. Each impact causes a pustule to burst and spray acid as they impact.
Alright.
It doesn't seem... I mean, it's hurt by it, but it seems to kind of just keep charging through each missile.
Oh, hoping it's alone and that there isn't the second one. That's my turn.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. Who would crazily add a monster mid-fight?
I mean, it's yelling
Alright.
loud enough for anything to come and join us, unfortunately.
It definitely is. Alright.
Maybe that Panther will be back,
If it's on our side, I don't care.
right?
Iso, you see this thing just come charging straight at you. Kind of seems to ignore the lightning that it's taken, the bolts. It's singularly focused on the guy right out in front. And it charges up, club at the ready, and everybody who had a held action that is within range here. Petunia, it is within ranges for you as well. So Fink, Petunia, and Iso, if you want to take a swing at it, it is within melee for you,
Is it?
technically speaking.
I got 4.
I'd allow you to shift forward to swing at
Oh,
it
wait.
a bit.
No, lies. You have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Sometimes
do.
you're a little too generous there, Mage Mike.
Am I? That is an 11 on the dex save.
Shit plate.
No, you take 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. See, now you call me generous right up until about now. As you see a jet of green fire shoot out and impact this creature. Think, what did you get?
22.
22 is a hit.
And only 4 points of lightning damage.
Only 4 points. Shortly behind that burst of green flame, you see a blue lightning bolt arc around and jab into this creature. And then there's Iso's swing.
I'm gonna take so much goddamn acid damage.
You called me generous.
I know, I did. 14 to hit. Sorry.
14 to hit, will hit.
And that is 10 points of bludgeoning.
10 points of bludgeoning. That's a pretty solid hit.
Rolled a 7.
So, can I also get a dexterity save from you as you see these massive pustules just, and you see green ichor spray all over towards you.
12.
As 12 is not enough on this creature. You take 13 points of acid damage
Ooh,
as
and
all of it just comes leaking out onto you.
Cool. We're fine. Cool.
Cool.
That's just fine.
Knowing
That's
this is
fine.
coming, can he like try and get his shield up?
That was.
That was his attempt to
Oh,
duck out, but it is a much bigger creature than these goblins. So this stuff can get around a little bit more. Over to Petunia, as this creature has spent its turn getting to Iso.
Right. So. Yes. Problems. So, I am going to pass Told, which is a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. All right. 2.
Ooh, that does not save. And it is a D12 because he has taken damage, correct?
Oh, he's taking damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got pretty sliced.
Mm-hmm.
So a whole 4 again.
Whole 4. All right, yeah.
He's good at rolling 4.
Right. So with that, Petunia begins chiming that bell one more time. You see the ogre kind of like grab at its face with its offhand because the other club is its other hand is raised with the club. The pustules do not burst this time around.
Okay, well I'm going to right about there.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I don't think so. I don't think I have anything. Ooh, actually, before I do that, I'm going to turn invisible and then move.
Okay. I like it.
I turn invisible and I move forward.
Shooting over to you.
Seeing this thing up close, does it seem like these pustules and all that are natural, like a disease? Would you like a medicine?
Yeah, why don't you give me a medicine check?
Come on, son of a bitch, 10.
You don't have a good feeling. It doesn't look like this is how the creature should be. This is definitely something that has been applied to it later in life, if you will. You don't know if it's magical, you don't know if it's natural, you don't know how this thing has been afflicted by this.
Alright, well, I'm going to pump 13 lay on hands into me.
Might be a good idea.
So that's 13 healing. So seeing this slightly shaken, you will see... Oh, you'll hear Iso call out, "Boldre, guide me!" And, on the back of his shell, you see that imprint of where the fire was almost look like it kind of roars to life a little bit, and the head of his hammer bursts into fire again as I cast Searing Smite as my bonus action.
Nice.
And all the plant life around me, you can see the blades of grass just curl ever so slightly. Owie,
Yeah.
and that's my turn.
All right. I like it, though. It's good. Think.
think what I would like to do is I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
And excuse me. Nope, I am going to keep moving. 30. I'm gonna go there.
All right.
That's it.
Anything? Any bonus action or anything like that?
Don't think I have a bonus action in this one. Let me look quick. I do not.
Okay. Iryna, back over to you.
All right, I will move up. Oh, I gotta grab. I move a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to grab some of that ink, and instead of going off the hand, I'm gonna have it come up, and then kind of come out by the neck and the head before using that way to cast this time. And then I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip, and I need an intelligence saving throw, please.
Don't. I know this. Oh no.
Do you?
5.
It fails.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 9 points of psychic damage.
Yep.
However, I'm gonna yell out, "Eso, you can move!" And it can only choose one of the 3 on its turn. Esla can't use reaction. It can't use reaction, and it can only attack, move, or bonus action.
Yeah.
For how long?
The end of its turn, I think.
I think it's the end of your turn.
On its next turn, it must choose whether it is going to move, attack.
That's it.
Well,
Yeah, so
move,
it's
action, or bonus action. It only gets a choice of 3.
very crippled for 1 turn.
And cannot take a reaction.
And cannot take a reaction.
Correct.
I'm gonna cast that.
All right.
That's my turn.
My turn?
Nope. I don't think I have a
All right.
bonus.
So we move over to the ogre, who seems momentarily shaken, tilts its heads down towards the turtle in front of it.
I forgot Issa was
and
after.
Continues forward with the club, potentially smacking you here. I got a total of 20.
Ouch. I forgot that Issa was
Shield.
after.
No. Yeah, that is my AC.
That is your AC. Okay. Oh, that wasn't that great. You only take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
Again, I really need to swap out these dice. And you see, kind of at this point now that a little bit of time has come by, you see a new, like, green liquid begin to move under its skin, and a new pustule forms, and you see a couple more kind of like pop and form on its body, seeming to replace those that had previously gone. Petunia, since all it can do is attack, move, or bonus, it chose to attack.
So then, with the end of its next turn, is that over for the reaction, or is that...
That's until your turn.
I do not have multi-attack on this guy. Okay.
I think it's until the end of its turn.
Yep.
Could be wrong.
Potentially.
I totally forgot that it went before you, sorry.
That's fine.
It's alright.
Yeah, I know, but
Continue.
technically Iso could move, and I said the wrong information, isn't it?
It's gonna hit me no matter where I go. I can't do anything to it long range.
Right. No, I was just meaning because I was thinking you were going before it, Because then you could hit it and move away, and it could move up to you is the only thing it could do. But you went after it, not before it.
Petunia?
So I'm moving forward and casting Cure Wounds on Iso.
All right.
Yeah, you get a whole 6.
Yeah, 6 more than I had.
2 twos.
All right, so Petunia rushes forward. You see a couple of the clovers begin to move up her furred arm as she plants a hand on the Iso, and you see green just kind of fill, and the clovers kind of like absorb into your hand and move into Iso.
Trying to help. Be okay. I moved and I did that.
Yep, you moved, you actioned.
And that would have broke my invisibility.
Correct.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
It's pretty warm by me.
Iso. Yeah,
Okay.
your flaming hammer's still a-going. Do we need to make a constitution check on that one? And by constitution, I mean concentration.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do. That's a saving throw, right?
Yep,
Save.
constitution saving throw.
How much was the damage on it?
Total of 10, so you're basically shooting for a 10 to beat. Because it's half damage,
Oh,
basically.
you gotta be fucking kidding me. 9.
Ouch.
Well, there goes the fire.
And with
Inspiration?
that, as soon as it came up, the heat of the fire diminishes.
Retreat.
Oh, I'm not done with you yet, big boy. And I cast Searing Smite again. And the hammer
And as
bursts
soon
into
as it
flames
flickers,
again.
just back up in flames.
Yep, then I guess I'll just swing at it.
All right.
Ooh, natural
ahead.
19, 24 to hit.
That's a good hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And it needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which it's probably going to make.
Oh, God, what's with these dice?
Oh, I still get the extra d6 no matter what. Okay.
All right, so the Constitution save was a 13.
Yep, it saves, so it's not roaring and fire, but it does take an additional 2 points of fire.
Hey, nice. All right, what you do notice, though, as you smack it with that fire, the pustule seems to immediately, like, seal from the heat. It cauterizes it. You do not take damage from it.
I could cry, I'm so happy. Yeah, that's... So I did action, bonus action. Yep, that's it. That's my turn.
All right, Fink.
I think I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
This could be really dumb. I have no idea. Because we're dealing with so much acid as it is.
Rule of cool? Question mark then?
I mean... I think I need to move up, actually. Let me check. Yeah, I gotta move up 5 feet. Okay. Whoop. There we go.
All right.
I would like to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Sure.
I'm
Well, there
curious
is
about
a-
this because I have that one too.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Tasha's getting all the love tonight.
Yeah,
Nat
she
1,
is.
So 0.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I don't know. This creature is now covered in acid until a creature
Okay.
uses the action to scrape or wash it off. Creature covered in acid takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of its turns.
Sure.
That's what I got.
I don't like how nonchalantly he said, sure.
Yeah, I know, because it's
I-
acid.
My poker face is amazing. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, you should have seen it on Friday.
I tried.
Yeah.
It was kind of.
As you kind of like shake up a vial and toss it, it explodes over the top half of this creature. It doesn't seem to be wincing. It doesn't seem to be concerned about being covered in acid. But it's definitely worth a shot.
Okay.
One thing you do notice, though, is this brew begins to like go across its skin. You see one of the pustules pop, and another one slide down and pop. I actually need both Petunia and Iso to make a dex save.
Well, that was dumb.
16.
16.
Also 16.
Hey, not bad. You guys only take 2 points of acid damage.
Ooh, I like that.
Take it.
As you notice, the spray effect on this one is much greater, seeming to cover about 10 feet around this ogre. Inyara, over to you.
All right. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Well, they're big enough to hit as it is, but let's make it a little easier. And then I'm going to concentrate. Aim a little bit further away, so it only hits the ogre, and cast Fairy Fire. I need a dex save.
I have to use different dice next week. I have not rolled very well.
All
whatsoever.
attack rolls are at advantage against it.
Which is what you want.
Well, all attack rolls, that includes magical attack rolls.
Correct, so long as it says attack, or
Right.
like has a roll that you need to make on it
Right.
for range or melee spell attacks.
But technically,
Good.
Fink's
Good
little
news.
thing has that advantage
What
then.
color does it light up with as you do fairy fire?
Purple. Because
Purple.
of course.
All right, and this once gray-skinned ogre with these green pustules now takes a very purple hue as light begins to just dance across the skin. Anything else on your turn, Inyara?
I'll move forward a little bit, but that's it.
Okay. Over to the ogre. It kind of takes a moment and slaps at the fairy fire, and you see little pustules like bust and seep down his arm. Doesn't seem to take much effect, and he kind of spends a bit of time. Then he just takes his club and sweeps out in front of him, trying to hit both Iso and Petunia. All right. I have a total of 19 against Iso,
Miss.
and I have a 16 on Petunia.
Oh, that hits.
Nope. Iso, after he ducks underneath it, he's going to take a shield and try and pop the weapon up a little bit.
Okay.
Because while wielding a shield, a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet. Well, she's within 5 feet of me, right?
Yeah, she's within 5 feet of you.
Impose disadvantage.
Because she would have had to have been to cure wounds.
Correct.
I impose disadvantage, so you're burning your reaction to do that.
Yes.
Okay. 15 to hit. I got a 9 instead.
15 still hits.
I tried.
You tried.
He's squishy.
All right. So, Iso, you kind of duck. You pop your shield up. It just misses over top of you, and then you hear a thunk. And Petunia gets smacked by it. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as the great club just kind of comes through and smuck.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Any chance that acid's doing some damage? That I'm concentrating on right now?
No, it doesn't seem to be affecting it.
Hey.
On the plus side, though, it is not popping more of its like boils, so
Yeah.
that's the benefit.
Okay.
Petunia, over to you after getting rocked by a club.
I'm very shaken. I am going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Oh, all right.
Nice,
All right.
nice.
At advantage because of Fairy Fire, and it is me
Correct.
rolling.
Yeah. You got this.
So, I got this. Yeah, totally got this. Okay. Ooh, I do. An unnatural dirty 20.
Ooh, an unnatural dirty 20. That's the best of them. Yeah, that hits.
Ooh, good, because whoa. So on a hit, the target only deals half damage with strength-based weapon attacks.
Oh. 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 Oh, that's
Yep.
not fair.
Yep. So at the end of each of your turns, which you have a whole round for, so at the end of your turn you get a con save, but until
Okay.
that point,
But
half
until that
damage.
point, dang. That's good.
That was
All right.
clutch. But I am going
right.
to move.
You're gonna
Hands
move.
down. This way. Yep. That way.
Okay.
That's as far as I can go, I believe.
All right. He's gonna try to take a swing as you leave his zone of control.
Yep, that's not surprising. But it's half.
Right.
So
It will be half damage, which is
hoping.
very key here. I did get an unnatural 20.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
Ooh, this
no.
is in your benefit. Because it is half damage, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay.
As you see its
Please don't
arm
be
kind of
down.
noodle a bit and just kind of barely clip you as you're leaving him.
Yep. Dope. Gotcha. Booking it. I'm out.
You're out of it. You're away from it.
Yep. I'm away from it.
Very battered and bloody, but you're away.
Very battered and bloody.
All right.
Ooh,
Anything else on your turn?
that's all I have.
All right. Eso.
Swing away, swing away, swing away.
All right.
Advantage.
At advantage.
Advantage. Oh, thank
Just
God.
real good.
Natural 20.
Nice. Searing smite. And like divine smite and all the smite.
Okay, so that is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Remember, all of your dice are doubled.
Yep. And then 2d6 of the fire. So 6 points of fire damage, and then has to make a con save.
Gladly. Oh, God. Again? Natural 1.
Let me double check.
So, like, 4.
At the start of each of its turns. Okay, yep, so on the start of its next turn, it will take 1d6 fire. And then it'll get a con save at the end of each one of its turns to end.
All right. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I gotta find something here. So, how would you like to end it?
Oh.
Just see, like, the hammer roaring in flames, he just swings with all of his might directly in the center of its chest, and as it impacts, you can hear the chest bone crack as his hammer drives slightly into the chest, and then
Nice.
just follows through with it and goes over with it onto its back.
Legit. And flames go roaring across all of its pustules, cauterizing them instantly. Thankfully, you don't take additional damage as a result. But with a heavy the ogre hits the ground, shaking everything and rattling Fink's armor as it hits.
And then Iso will roll off of it with the hammer still stuck in its chest and just kind of start breathing heavily as the head of the Warhammer goes out, and it takes about a few seconds of, oh no, I'm on my back again! Fink! Fink, I need your help!
I'll run up and push him over again.
Oh, thanks.
Nope.
Oh,
Petunia
that
just
hurts.
falls. Oh gosh. Oh no.
Petunia, I don't think you should be up close without a little bit more protection.
That stings.
He needed saving.
That's
He needed
true.
help.
Petunia, if the acid didn't hurt so much right now, you have a thank you coming, your very first one.
Oh.
Petunia,
I'll think about that after
I think
I've maybe rested.
you
for a
might
wee
need
bit.
this a little bit. And for the heck of it, just to be safe, I am going to cast Mage Armor on Petunia.
All right. Nice.
Oh.
So
Sweet.
it's 13 plus your dex mod. I'm hoping it'll help you more than what your current armor is doing.
Yeah.
Even if it's by 1 point.
It's by 2, so that's better than what it was.
It's pretty good.
Petunia, do you need this every morning along with me?
I mean, I'm not 100% against it, because, whoa, that club hurt.
I feel like I need to dip a little bit into sorcerer and get that meta magic of twin spelling it. There's a feat for that, I hear.
My own personal curiosity, how low were you?
2?
Oh,
Oh god.
Good thing
Yep.
you enfeebled it. Dang.
That's why I enfeebled it and ran, because I'm like, okay, I had 7 left. It hit me for 13. If it hits me for 14, I'm down.
Dang.
Yeah, I was like,
Oof.
it's a shot.
It worked. It was
But I
clutch.
I had to get out.
All right.
Yeah, you had
Well-
me down to 14 as well.
Oh, it was
Not bad.
close.
All right. Not
Whoa.
Saves, man, they're the bane of this character.
bad. Mm-hmm. That is for now. For now, when you hit level 6, it'll be your best feature.
I don't want to drink
with that,
this.
with the ogre being felled, you stand at the shore of a pond, a bit of a shrubbery-like style field, set against a cave, no more than 100 feet away from you. And with that, we will call it for this evening, and we will pick up in a week's time. Have a good night,
Ooh.
everyone.
Wait.
Good night.
Wait. Oh, thank you for the music that we got to use. We gotta remember to do that every week.
Oh yeah, I guess there's that as well. Thank you, CD Projekt Red, Bethesda, and Obsidian for the use of the music in tonight's game.